you to the death. I'll punch you to the death. Talk about the globe, standing 10 toes with your theory to the test. Theory to the test. We be the SPS. We be the SPS. I'll punch you to the death. I'll punch you to the death. Show me what you know, beliefs and principles, and say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Melanin popping, and we gonna see conversation, reality. What you want, we got what you need. A dose of the truth, a brick of the street. Gotta touch grass when you on this scene. Sometimes seem too gray to me. Either it is or it ain't. Gotta keep it tall. Small thoughts, R.I.P. Flawed in all. Righteous call. Brofos tall. BS fall. Pull your stack. Break your guard. Stereotypes can't play this long. Throw your scripts against this wall. Talking points to your flaw. Legs too limb. Take this wall. Gotta keep it trill. Gotta keep it raw like yes. Or punch it to the death. Or punch it to the death. Talk about the globe. Standing 10 toes with your theory to the test. Theory to the test. We be the SPS. We be the SPS. Or punch it to the death. Or punch it to the death. Show me what you know. Beliefs and principles. And say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Too extreme to ever be. We bring balance to how you think. Do it make sense? Will it really work? Put it to the test. Tell me what you seen. What you heard, would it really be? Did you fail? Did it succeed? Hey, what you want? Here's what you need. Get out your brain and get on your feet. SPS POD. RAW and we need you to tap that blue leaf. Chop it up, tap it in, and let's speak. Let's see. The trap of the nerd. The hot girl swerve. The wife, the husband, the bee. The single, the baddie, the righteous, the ratchet. All get a chance to speak. SPS. Or punch it to the death. Or punch it to the death. Talk about the globe. Standing 10 toes with your theory to the test. Theory to the test. We be the SPS. We be the SPS. Or punch it to the death. Or punch it to the death. Show me what you know. Beliefs and principles. And say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
Check. Check. Ladies, what's up? How y'all doing this evening?
Hey, good.
Hey, we
Say
good.
it with your chest.
Hey.
That's all.
I was up here bebopping like, okay.
Like
Yes.
that.
Boss, appreciate y'all. That means a lot. I am your host, DJ Strada. You are now tapped into the SPS Podcast with the Raw Bunch. Ladies, how y'all doing this evening? Everybody good?
Yes.
Oh, Avian, what's up with you? How was your day?
You said what's up with me? Oh, I'm good. I'm blessed and highly favored. I am. Took a breath this morning when I woke up. When I woke up this morning, I said, "Oh God," and I said, "You know what? Thank you, God."
I like.
I was tired.
For sure. Kiki, what's up with you?
Chilling and stuff.
What's the end stuff?
That's the PG-13. I'm a person, so I'm trying to, keep it low key.
Ooh,
Respect it.
thank you, dear.
Thank you. Brittany,
Say hi.
what's going with it? How you?
I am good. I am ready for Friday. So that way gonna get that week over so I can chill.
That part. Long weekends ahead. I like it.
Right.
Mona, what's up with you?
I am happy-go-lucky today. Just sipping on my matcha, my Talitha Kuma cup. I'm good.
Yo, what? Say it again.
Matcha.
Oh, okay. I heard about that.
It's good for you.
Oh,
Try
okay.
it.
For you. Once you take your word at it. Renee, what's up? What's up? How are you this evening?
Tomorrow is Friday. That's all I have.
Hey,
That's enough. I feel it. Jazz, what's up with you?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good over here.
Dope. Good to see you all, man. Listen, to let the audience know, this panel and this show tonight, we're going to talk about from single mom to wife. So we talk about accountability, challenges, and truths. All of these women have an archetype that matches the show. So either they're single mothers that are married, single mothers that are looking to get married, or single mothers that have been married. So the goal for this show is to make sure that we can touch all aspects, right? Because one thing y'all ladies don't know, but on YouTube, black women that are single mothers, they're a hot topic. But what I found is that actually talking about you all happens more than talking to y'all, right? And so this show is kind of to change that. That's the whole premise of what we're doing this evening. So before we get started, again, if you all want to give y'all status, you can talk about your kids or whatever you want to share with the audience, for the people that don't know y'all, and we'll just go down the line, starting with Avian. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got to the show.
Well, Mona's one of my best friends, and she's telling me that she was on this podcast for a while. And she said what the topic was, and she said she thought it would be a benefit to hear my perspective because I was a single mother for many years, and then I got married and still married and have a blended family. Our family is blended. We have 6 children. We have 2 grandchildren and 1 grandchild on the way.
Okay.
And we have been together for 11 years, and we have been married for 7 years.
Okay.
I have a set of twins. My husband has 2 daughters and a son, and we have 1 child together. It's our son. So our kids range from 8 years old all the way until 24, almost 25 years old. So we have every age group of child. We getting it all. All right. Yes.
I like it. What's some piece of advice you would have for women that are striving for what you got already?
Be intentional with your prayers. Be intentional with your dating. Definitely stick to your non-negotiables, not necessarily your, standards but your non-negotiables, because the package can come unconventional, but it may be the right package for you. And the same patience that you want somebody to have with your situation, you need to have that same patience with that situation. And just be very intentional with your prayers. Get yourself right. Heal yourself from whatever trauma that you've had, or attempt to get to the best point that you are, and then be able to receive what is out there for dating and things like that. So that's the best advice I can give, is just be very intentional with that prayer, because I'm spiritual. So I prayed for my husband. I was very intentional with that prayer. I could have been more intentional, but he gave me my prayer, which was, I need a man that loves me, loves my children more, if not the same, but more than me. So
now, Jay, when did we start with solutions first, honey? Because look, we
Right.
You told me to give a bust down. Like, I was a little curious. I'm like, let me ask a little quick follow up. My bad, y'all. I'm kind of off script a little
the
bit.
road was not smooth path, but we got
I hear that. We gonna get to it. Trust. Kiki, what's up? Tell us a little bit about your situation. You on mute?
You're on mute.
Yeah, I'm on. Yeah. Kiki, I'm single mom of 5. My kids' ages range from 3, soon to be 4, September 6, and 19. My 19-year-old is now a disabled child, still a child to me, from a car accident. For the most part, I'm single by choice right now. Currently not dating or really too much looking to date. And I just been chilling.
Why is that? Why do you say you're single by choice? What does that mean?
I mean, I can easily shack up with anybody, but that's not what I aim for. Just to be with somebody, just to call myself in a relationship. And right now, I don't think I'd be able to give my whole true self. So I don't want to cheat anybody out of what they deserve. So I say to myself.
Okay. I like it. Let's go, Brittany, and then we're gonna come down the other way. Brittany, what's up with you? Tell us a little bit about your scenario. Tell us about your kids.
Okay, so I was married for about 10 years. So I've been divorced now for probably about 105. We have 3 kids together, aging from 17 to my baby girl's had birthday, so 11. Currently single, out there in the dating world, but just not really finding anything just yet. But we're gonna touch back on what Avian said earlier about being intentional, but we'll get to that part later on. So yeah.
Sure. I like it. I like it. I like it. Mona, what's up with you?
Well, I am single and ready to mingle. Are
you?
Okay, Avian. 50% ready to mingle.
In theory.
As the folks say, it sounds good, right?
It sounds good, right?
You
Okay.
sounded good, girl.
What we doing?
Okay. But I do have 2 children. I have a 16-year-old son and I have an 11-year-old daughter. Unique fact about me, I was engaged twice, but I never jumped the broom.
Why not?
Ooh, we're gonna get into it. But let's move on to Sheena.
I thought that we got time. I could pause for this. Like everybody kind of clear out. What happened? What we doing, Mona? Twice?
Twice.
They want it?
No.
Okay.
No. But we will get into the juicy Mona love story.
Okay. Okay. I like it. Okay, Mona. Renee, how you doing?
How are you doing? Tomorrow's Friday. Okay, I was with my child's father for about 11 years. We were married for 6 years. I won't count the 7 because we were going through a divorce. But have 1 child. That's all I needed, Lord. And she just turned 14.
Yeah.
And that's really all you need to know for at this moment, right?
Yeah. I like it.
And I'm single. And I mean, I'm just single. Shit. I don't know.
I feel it. Call it like it is. I'm
Down
just
for
saying.
whatever. Who cares?
Like shit. I'm with it. Jazz, what's up with you?
Hey y'all.
What's going on?
I'm good. So I'm a single mother of 5. I'm confused right now. Like my cousin told me earlier, up there, Key. Like, girl, go get you a therapist and get some help first, and then find you a man because I'm really not ready. But I guess I just be trying to find love. Don't know why, but I guess it's just because I'm so used to it. So I just, trying to look for somebody that's gonna love me how I'm supposed to be loved. I guess I don't know. I'm confused as hell. I don't know, but
That's real.
I feel you. We glad to have you here. We going hopefully by the end of this conversation, you'll get some level of clarity, man. That's the hope and prayer. So
right
with it, we confident we're gonna speak it out there. We're gonna make it happen.
All right.
Bino.
What's up, y'all, ladies? What's up? Sorry I'm late, man. I had
You cool, bro.
I had to park to the side real quick, do this with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Tell us about your single mother.
Running. My single motherhood. I'm a single mother of nah, man. I'm just here, man, I'm just here, man. Don't mind me, man. You know what I'm saying? If I ask some questions of clarification, ladies, I ain't trying to drill you or beat you down, Brittany, so don't beat me up next time you see me.
You already know.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, I make sure we're gonna dot some I's and cross some T's.
So you don't have any kids?
Yes. Oh yeah, I got 4. I'm a single father, not mother though. I'm a single
how
father.
That go? You see how they don't even be
single
claiming
father.
that. I'm a single mother. Y'all don't even be claiming that.
No, but it's not. No. This not about. This not. We did ours last week, so this ain't about us this week. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We did ours last week. So yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, for sure. And Lady J, good evening. How are you?
Hey y'all, can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, I'm good.
Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your kids.
My name is Jakira, but I go by Kira.
Okay.
I only have 1 child. She is a girl, my daughter. She's 14. So she just started high school this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you looking for marriage?
I am. I am currently dating, almost 2 years.
Dope.
So me and my boyfriend, we haven't like really went like into a deep conversation about marriage, but
Mhm.
we are both on the same page as wanting to get married. So I'm hoping, and I know that he's probably hoping as well, that we marry each other, of course.
Right.
So yeah.
How confident are you that's gonna happen?
I'm very confident, really. I mean, I just couldn't tell you the exact date, but I know it's coming.
Uh-huh.
So yeah.
Got you. I'm just responding to Alexis from Texas, letting them drop the link a little later. Like I said, we got like 9 people up here now. I think we're pretty solid for the show. But I'm just letting her know, like I said, that we will definitely give our audience a chance to tap in. We got a lot of people watching on YouTube. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe as we get into the actual show. So here at the SPS, man, the first thing we like to do is back up our conversations and stats. So I'm gonna bring up some stats on the screen. And again, based on the conversation we had earlier, if you have something to say about the stats, I'm gonna read them out. Let me know if anything jumps out at you, right? Anything that you might want to speak to. But again, I think for this show, since we got so many ladies up here, the goal is I'm gonna ask the question. If you got some feedback, give it, right? But to keep it from being repetitive, answer if you got something that you want to say. Make sense? Everybody with me?
Mhm.
Y'all
Yeah.
cool? Y'all sure?
Yeah.
Y'all look like I'm just talking.
Good.
Yes.
Okay. That's what I like to hear. The show. Shout out to Uno Cool, bro. What's up, little bro? All right, y'all. So here's some stats that I thought that was interesting. Let's go through them one by one. I'm gonna read them out and just kind of get y'all feedback on it. So, with the prevalence of single motherhood, as of 2023, 47% of Black mothers are single. Nearly half of Black children, at 49.7%, live in single parent homes. We're talking about the marriage rates among Black women. In 2023, around 31% of Black Americans were married. Also, 50% of Black Americans had never been married. Now, when we're talking about the marriage after non-marital births, Black mothers are 60 to 65% more likely to delay marriage. And by the age of 40, about 59% of Black women who had children out of wedlock had married, compared to 76% of those same women who avoided children out of wedlock. And we're talking about accountability and healing. 76% of single mothers have less than a bachelor's degree, and 70% of Black mothers are the house primary breadwinners. So I'm gonna leave this up for a second, let y'all read them. And again, when I take off the screen, you all can give me a little head nod. Let me know that y'all ready. Let me know if you see a stat that stands out to you or something you want to speak to. So I'll wait for y'all verbal cues before I bring the stats off the screen. All right, cool. Got one. Y'all got something?
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's 2. Everybody was good?
Yes.
All right, 3. Perfect. That's enough to bring it down. Okay. So, which stat stuck out to you the most, Avian? I saw that you you kind of gave me the signal first. Which one stuck out to you?
I thought that the number of percentage of single mothers would have been higher than 47%.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why you say that?
I raised by a single mother, and majority of my friends that have kids are single mothers.
Okay. So based on
I
what you
want to
think,
say I might be the only one of my friends that has children that is actually still married.
still married. How many of your friends were married before?
When I got married, 3 of my friends were married. No, wait. Yeah, 3 of my friends were married when I got married.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Out of how many friends though? Like, do you call close friends? So how do you
3 out of 6, 50%.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So solid flip. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yes, they are now divorced. Yes, and they all have kids. So yes. So I thought so in my my life, I just would have thought the percentage probably would have been higher for
Gotcha.
Black women.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I
I
think the
wonder
next.
if that just to piggyback on what you were saying, maybe when they did that survey, maybe they didn't consider divorce and single. Maybe they're like a separate category. We don't know, so that might be
Okay,
why.
maybe yes.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
That makes sense. I think Brittany, you was like number 2 to shoot your hand up. Which stats stuck out to you?
I had kind of two, but I guess the first one like 6%. I think it said 6% would delay marriage or something because they had kids or something like that. But
Oh, likely to delay marriage. Yep. That's odd.
that's
Not
odd to
really.
me because I can't see somebody saying, "Well, I got kids, so I don't want to get married now." Like I want to delay it. You know what I'm saying? If anything, like shit, I need to hurry up and find. You know what I'm saying? A man that's so we can get married versus delaying it. So I thought they was kind of odd that number was so high.
I need my helpmate.
There you go. You know what I'm saying?
Tied.
Yeah.
That's funny. So why do you
And
think
then
that number's high?
hell if I know, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Who did they interview? Who did they ask? Who did they
All right,
survey?
so Pete, I got a question, Britt. Do you think it's that high because maybe their experiences with, the father of their kids? You think that might make them pump fake a little bit more?
Well, it could be because I will say once a kid get introduced, you start seeing other sides of a man that you probably didn't see before because there is somebody else involved that you have to care for, and then you probably can feel, he doing this a little differently, or maybe he shy away from you, or whatever the case may be. So maybe that's why, or maybe the man ain't even talk about marriage no more because he see how some women are as a mother, and they might be like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Again, I didn't think it would be that high because
I made it very clear that I wasn't going to date any man that didn't have kids.
you had some already. Is that why?
Yes.
Okay.
Was that your
I
logic?
just felt like he was not going to understand my lifestyle and my routine. I just didn't feel like going through, and also I didn't know if I could trust him around my children. So that was just something I had going on. I just decided I just was going to date a man. My dating thing was he had to have kids and he had to be involved in his children's life.
Right.
That's dope. Ladies, y'all think that's a fair kind of standard, or it's fair way to look at dating? Do y'all hold the same principles as she does? Y'all think she a little off? Y'all disagree or agree with what she's saying right now?
I'll say, I mean, I can agree with what she's saying. For me, it was a different route because who I was dating, which was my child's father, we ended up getting married. For me, I can say now that I'm back in this single world dating, I'm not gonna speak for the whole married, percentile. I'm speaking for myself, how I feel. I feel because I was married, I learned how to be a wife when I was married. I didn't know about compromising. I didn't understand about, communication and not making it seem it's all about me, and understanding. So
Yeah,
now that I was married and divorced, now I kind of understand how to be more patient and how to show compromising and listening. So I feel like if I started the route as a single mom first before I got married to somebody, I probably would be the same way because I don't know what that looked like to be that wife. You know what I mean?
that makes sense. Does that change the standards of your requirements for the men since you've already been married?
I understand men more.
Okay.
So now I have more patience with trying to figure out why you're this way, why you're that way, what's triggering you, what's not triggering you. I am taking a little more slowly pace with dating because I want to see all seasons. I want to see when you're mad, when you're sad, when shit ain't where what you want it to be. Do you know how to work through it? Do you know how to get through it? Can you utilize me to be there for you? I need to see all of that.
Okay. Do you have the same requirement as Avian, or do you have the same kind of standard of you only date men that got kids?
No, I mean at 41, who the fuck don't have kids? You know? Unless you just made it through, that's even better. I don't know. Why don't
I
you have
mean,
kids? Be my
granted,
question.
I
I
was
mean,
a
I don't
lot
know.
younger than what I am now. I was literally in my 20s. So,
Okay.
granted, that was, let's put that context on it too. I was like 27, 28 years old. So, yeah.
Solid.
But, yeah. I still didn't say I want you to have two. I was like, no more than one baby mama. He cannot. And clearly, my husband got about two baby mamas, an ex-wife. Okay. The package
Right.
look how it look.
I
Now,
respect
maybe
it.
for me, I don't want a bunch of baby mothers, and I mean, I don't. If it happens, it happens. But I'm not really want that because again, my daughter's 14. I have one child. I'm about to be,
Well, empty nest the sister.
back, right, back to my my whole
Stella
life.
got her
So
groove back type of
you
vibe.
say that,
What
I
if he got
mean,
4
you know what I
kids that's
mean. So
grown?
I don't want to, I don't want no whole group of people around. You know what I'm saying?
What about 4 grown kids?
No comment.
We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Them kids,
Or
right?
independent. It is what it is.
Y'all
Grown,
funny as hell.
She's
married,
an only
living up,
child, so I wouldn't mind her
I
being
am
surrounded by people, older
with mad
siblings,
kids. Yeah.
But, okay.
That's funny. Any other ladies? Y'all saw any stats that jumped out to y'all?
For me, I would say it's the 70 percentile of women, of Black women who is the head of household, I believe it says. Yeah,
Yeah.
so 70% of Black mothers are the house primary breadwinner.
Mm-hmm.
But however, it doesn't say if that is single Black
Or
mothers
single
or
mother.
is it mothers who has a companion in the household.
I think that one was single. That one was single.
70% of breadwinners.
Okay, 70%. So if it's single, then my question is, I would question the other stat where it says 46% of Black women are, I believe, single mothers.
Which one was that?
Actually, that one that says 70%, it doesn't distinguish whether they're single or married.
Let's see. Let's go back to it.
70% of Black mothers are the house primary breadwinner.
Mhm.
Because you assume if it's in breadwinner, that means somebody else is in there bringing in bread, and the one
Right.
is,
You're
yeah.
just the one that makes the most money, or he don't work.
Oh Lord.
Well,
Right. Or if that man doesn't work,
He
we
just
are
doesn't make as
questioning
much
a
as
single
you.
Black mother. Then of
Hold on.
course the single Black mother be the primary breadwinner.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
wait a minute.
That's true. That's true.
So to clarify, y'all telling me that single mothers are dating men that are unemployed?
Well, no, it says 70% of Black women are the breadwinners in the household. So if you're a single mother, you can't be the breadwinner because you're the sole person. So I don't see how you can be the winner. You're the only.
Yeah, and it didn't say single, neither did say Black mother. So
Right.
Yeah.
and breadwinner. So
Yeah. So
Right.
Yeah.
probably it's somebody else
there's a
in the
winner.
crib
There's
that's
a
an adult
loser.
that's
There's a
bringing
bread
some bread
loser.
in.
I like that. She said, "There's a winner, there's a loser."
That's crazy. So 70% of Black mothers. So we're gonna assume because the stat is allowing us to assume on this. I hope they ain't miss a step on a word or two. So they leave us up to this assumption. So that's crazy. 70% of Black mothers who we're assuming is a man in their household or whoever that's an adult are the breadwinners.
Mm.
I
That
don't
is
like
a
that.
hard
I don't like
truth.
that word.
That's a hard truth to accept. If
I
knowing
don't
that we
even
are
think that
assuming.
matters. If you make your whatever money you make and you still my partner and helping me fix dinner, helping me wash the clothes, helping me pick up the kids from here. If I make more money than you, I don't care.
But Avian, for me, that's not why it sticks out to me. For me, what sticks out is that they say it's a stat that say Black men are out earn Black women, right? So if 70% of Black mothers are the breadwinner in their household, it leads me up to the question: what type of man is in that house?
Mm-hmm.
No. What you should be asking, what type of woman's in the Black man house? Because it ain't a Black woman. That's the problem.
I literally just said that. What you just said? What you talking
No,
about?
you talking about in a woman's house. I'm talking about in the man's house.
Or whoever house. What type of man is in that house?
Well, the average Black woman wants a Black man.
Then listen to the stat I said though before you just jump in it. If I don't know the quite percentage, but of Black men and I think it's maybe like an 8%, 7% difference. I think out earn black women. How do we end up being at a point where 70%, 70%, that's overwhelmingly the majority, 70% of black mothers that's in a household, and we're going to assume because the status allowing this to, we could be totally off, I could be totally off, that there's a man in that household that she's
not everything.
It's not everything, that she's the breadwinner. So and my mom just asking like how that correlates. You feel me? Like that's what it does for me. Like how do that correlate like that?
I get what you're saying, but because basically he comparing the two stats. So if men makes more money, if black men make more money than black women, how is it black women, black mothers are the breadwinner in the household?
Certain type of woman.
So who they asking? Because ain't nobody surveying me on that shit. Ain't nobody asking how much money I make and who was in my house.
Let's see which source that was. That's
70% of black mothers are house primary breadwinner.
Center for American Progress.
And then Times. So the Times.
So Times published it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to do a little bit better than that. They need to clarify. They need to break that question down because it's too many, assumptions of how we can carry that stat.
That's a fact. I think, like I said, a lot of times with our stats in these convos, I like to do it to kind of baseline a conversation so that we kind of can get a feel for what is outside of personal experiences, whether it's on or off. I think that if we say, let's give it a plus or minus 10, right? 70% is still the majority. So even if it's 60, 63, a little more, a little less, it just helps us baseline the conversation. So a lot of times I bring up them stats just to make sure that we kind of thinking about the world outside of ourselves. That's the main thing. Like, what are other people going through, right? So that's the whole point of
my husband don't have no degree. I got 2 degrees, and he makes far more money than I make.
Talk heavy.
So perfect.
They didn't have a stat there about somebody a bachelor's degree or something like. Okay, so a lot of black men don't always have the opportunity to go to school and make that opportunity for themselves. Depending on your household, the black woman may be pushed to do that more so, whatever. But to me, that means nothing. I mean, even if he didn't make it, and it was a time where I did make more than him, when he was laid off and I was making the money and I had to support, blah, blah, blah. We went back, he had a season where he wasn't working and I had to support. And
Hey, Dan.
yeah. And, but he was my helpmate. When I came home, the dinner was cooked. When I came home, baths was had. When I came home, my feet was rubbed. So it's just things I think is more important than money. Like, you can't put money on. I don't care about being the main so-called breadwinner. It's so much more value in other things that you can do for me that can make my life easy. As a single mother, especially if I ain't got to come home and cook dinner and give bath and put to bed and do homework, oh my God, you have saved me half my night. I mean, more than half my whole night. I can F down and take a bath maybe and sit in the tub, So I just think it's more value in other things. Yes, it's important to bring in that paycheck. I don't want a lazy ass man. Man don't work, don't eat. I'm not attracted to lazy men. So you have to bring it in. But if it's the case where you don't make as much as me, what else value are you, where are you building the value at? Where are you putting the value in, his money or his actions?
Right. Something to consider.
That's just my thing.
No, yeah, it'd be awesome if we heard that rhetoric a lot more, right? That what she just said, right? It'd be amazing, but it ain't the overall rhetoric. Her voice need to be like people like her voice need to be the loudest than the other ones. You feel me? For sure.
This is learned behavior. This is something I had to learn myself. Being young. Oh, I want to pop bottles in the club. I want to be in a section. But at the end of the day, when I became a mother, it was just like I just need somebody just. I'm tired of being for babies. I just want to pick my kids up from school and do the homework with them. Then when I get home, I'm good. Like, So I don't want to overtake the conversation.
You cool. Like I said, this is what y'all are here for, man. I'm here to.
You got to be intentional with that dating. Like, my husband made it very intentional. He wanted not to be my Captain Save-A-Hole, but when he seen how hard I work, I was working 12 hours a day, paying a babysitter, asking my mom to watch, my aunt, you know what I'm saying? I'm still at work. I was in school doing all this kind of stuff. And when he said, well, I can get the girls from school and I can help with them, I was like, absolutely not. You know, but through him showing me with his own children, as I said, one thing about dating a man that has kids with his own children, I saw what he was doing with his daughter in particular. I was like, okay, well, let me give it a shot. In the name of Jesus, please let me give it a try. And it just happened to work out. So I'm just being very intentional with what you want and what you do not want. That's it.
What does that look like, Avian?
Hold on, before you ask that real question, do y'all have an age gap or y'all around the same age?
No, we have an age gap, but it means nothing in comparison to his mental state because we all know men are. He's 5 years older than me, but we the same age.
Okay. That's not
Oh, she slid that in there.
Yeah, but we the same age.
I like it how she did it
I don't
though,
even
so I
think
ain't
he
gonna
knew
say
how old I
that.
was when he met me. I think he thought I was his age, and I was not. You know, but he is 5 years older than me. So yes.
But to the stat though, so we all pointed y'all. They all pointed out the stats that pointed out to them. Okay. And was it the 57% for? Because I'm sorry, I'm doing a lot. So was it? What was the ultimate? What was the main stat that pointed out for most, or that everybody had a different stat?
The one about that how women don't want to be married. What was that one then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
65%.
They avoid marriage.
Yeah.
We're more likely to delay marriage.
Yeah. So what could that possibly mean, y'all? Like, can y'all interpret that in women terms for me? Because 60 to 65% is that, did I say mothers or women in particular? Just black mothers delay marriage.
Delay marriage.
Yeah, delay marriage.
What's our assumption on that? Because
many reasons. I would say for me, well, like I said, I was engaged twice. Okay. And I want to piggyback on something. Money does not matter because within my first engagement, he made triple more money than I did at the time. But however, he did not satisfy those other needs, which is help with, the children, help with cleaning, help with maybe taking the child to the bus stop in the morning time. Because he will say what he said at the time, he works too hard and he shouldn't have to do those things. So money is not a main factor that you should consider when it comes to dating or wanting to marry that man, unless that is your prerogative and you want that money and you can do everything else. So you have to pick and choose your battles. I chose not to marry because I need a balance.
Okay. When did you all talk about like the dynamics of how y'all was gonna raise kids? Was that before he proposed or after?
Honestly, it happened so quickly in the midst. It was more so a discussion before it was because we talked quite a bit. He was a merchant seaman, so we were always talking, right? But the true factor that came into play is when he came back and I saw how he interacted more often, more so than just phone conversation. And of course, people want to say whatever they need to say, but until you really interact with that person, you can truly see who they are.
Do you have any regrets with those two engagements? Like, do you think that in hindsight, if you would have said I do, and went on, do you think that you could have maintained a marriage with either one of them in? Or do you think you made the decision by saying no?
Absolutely not. I would have not maintained that marriage. And I am a true believer in marriage. And because I am, I'm not going to be quick to walk down the aisle. And then with my second engagement, I actually had a venue. People had dresses.
I still got my dress.
Amy still have her dress. I had my dress. $7,000 was already out there. And I called it off. I absolutely called it off 30 days before I walked down that aisle.
Why?
And well, when I did, an elephant would lift it off my chest. So that particular dynamic, he is a traditional man and has wonderful qualities as far as taking care of his children, supporting the household, in a way, supported the household. I would say he supported the household. But I called that off because it was a major thing that actually happened with my son, and where he was disrespectful to my son. And my son considered himself as a gay male. And so, one night he just went off the charts about something, and he was a little intoxicated. So, cut the lights off in the house and all those things, just doing crazy stuff. And so, of course, we had a total of 7 children. So my 2 and his 4 and girlfriend was living with us. It was crazy. And
Come on, you said you.
Who girlfriend?
The son girlfriend. The son girlfriend.
Oh, I said, oh, shit, this might be some real tea right
You're
here.
not going.
Like,
Oh,
It is
what's
tea.
happening right now? Okay.
no, the son, no, not like that, Brittany. The son,
You better clap that tea.
the son girlfriend was also staying there temporarily. So, cut the lights off in the house, and everyone was like, why are you doing this? And why, so I went downstairs like, hey, come upstairs. Let's talk about whatever it is on your mind that's bothering you this much. And so he disrespected my son by saying, well, go sit your fruity ass down. Yeah, that boundary was crossed big time, and so therefore we also went to marriage counseling after that, because I still try to make it work. But however, it's just, I could not forget. I forgave, but I could not forget. And then also, when a person continued to be disrespectful after a major event, that was the main issue. I just saw how, okay, you don't have no respect for my feelings, my thoughts,
And your child was young, because I don't think your kids are, when that happened, right?
Right at that time. My son was in the 6th grade.
Oh, yeah.
Was he? He was in 6th grade then?
Yeah, 6th grade, just entering middle school.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, 6th grade, or going to the 7th grade, something like that. But I know it was middle
He was
school.
in middle school.
It was like 6 and 7. But he's in the 11th grade now. But yes, so therefore, because of the continuous of disrespect after that traumatic experience,
Loud house.
I could not see myself walking down the aisle and saying, I do and fully commit to you and your children.
Right.
I got a question. It's personal, but I have to ask because it kind of popped in my brain. Do you think that your son's sexuality affects how you out in the dating world? Like, is that a deal breaker for you if someone's like, hey, I like you, but I'm not with I don't support your son's lifestyle? Is that something that you could see past, or is that a deal breaker for you?
It's a 100% deal breaker for me now, because when I was in that relationship, it was similar to what you just said, where they said, well, I'm not, I don't support that lifestyle, but I'm respectful to you and your son. And I went by that. But so, however, when I really believe that people present themselves, like really at the beginning, and you ask these questions and they say, oh, well, that's not, I don't support that lifestyle, but I can be respectful. Yeah, I'm not trusting that. So it's a ghost for me. I'm going to say no and bypass, because I need someone who's going to be open, who's going to be, respectful. You may not be gay, because I'm not gay, but however, you have respect for all people.
Okay, yeah, cool. Y'all got off the delayed marriage part, and that's cool, right? That's fine. I like how y'all did that on me, right?
She delayed marriage because he wasn't open-minded. He was disrespectful, so she
and I delayed the marriage.
Right. But that's no. But to that stat, it's not talking about somebody that you was engaged with. You know what I'm saying? So, but I understand what Monica's saying. But I'm glad she did that, right? I got you. I got you. We ain't gonna do the debate. I got you, right? We ain't doing the debate thing. I ain't debating with her, right? I got you though, right? Because I'm glad she did that. I heard Arian and Mona say something, right? They both said money's not important, right? So
no, that's not. Nope, I ain't say it's not important.
Okay, what you say? Say it again so I can follow
I
it.
said it's not the end all be all.
Okay, it's not the end all be all.
I didn't say that's not an important factor. You still have to be able to bring in that paycheck. But if I make more than you, that's not going to make me look at you as though you are less than.
Okay. And Mona, you agree with that as well?
She may not.
I absolutely do, because I was in a situation where.
Right. So and then I want to ask all the other single mothers. Yeah. Do y'all agree or disagree with If it really doesn't matter who makes more or less. I'm asking these for particular reasons, not to pick. I do this like I'm a professional. I'm asking this for a reason. Strategy could probably pretty much know why I'm asking this. So I ain't asking y'all to pick.
I got you.
I'm
So
to be picking on y'all.
for
So
sure.
do y'all agree or disagree with Mona and Avian what she said? Like it doesn't matter if you make more or less.
Me right now, he would absolutely have to make more money than me because I don't make money to carry another human being, to be honest.
Right.
Because if he don't make more money than me, then I'm gonna have to pick up that extra slack for a person that came into my house, and that's going to be more money going out. So as of right now, he's going to have to make more money than me.
Okay.
Anybody
else?
I'll say depends on the salary range. Like, say if it's one person's making 90,000 and the man's making 70,000. Okay, whatever. We don't both know we can do that. But if you're making like 30, 45,000 and I'm making 70, because I've been in a situation where the man made less or wasn't trying to make more, and it shows you're not putting no effort and looking up or doing more for yourself as a man. And also, it's not about taking care of me, but I'm just saying for yourself as a man. I've seen how men can get, insecure or feel like we not showing them that respect as a man because they're making less. And sometimes as females, if we're making more, we might start acting like we're the man. We might start acting like we need to have more respect. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I got the money, you should be doing this and doing that and the third. I don't want you to be the woman of the relationship. I want you to be the man of the relationship. So it's cool you can help me out and do cook and clean. That's cool, but I still want to feel like a woman and do my part. And you be that man. And I'm only speaking from what I grew up seeing. I saw a man out here working and grinding. Yes, it's a different, society, different, years at that time. But just seeing how a man was, if they didn't make more than a female, it might can rock that boat. That's just
So
how I
your
feel personally.
experience, right?
I experienced it,
So
yeah.
yeah,
And I
so in
saw the
your
man
experience,
make money now, and now I see he feels more like a man. Man, he feels like, he's doing it now. He's feeling more respected per se, and he feels like he can take care of things, and that shows your own security. So when you're secure as a man, know you can take care of yourself, take care of a family, then, you know, you get a better quality person, if that makes any sense.
I got
But
to
when a
follow up.
man ain't, I'm sorry.
No, you cool. You cool. You cool. I like the context. No, let me get everybody else to answer first, and then I'll kind of get my thoughts. Yeah, I want to hold it because I want to, keep jamming the conversation up. Brittany, how important is money to you?
I
And
need to
who you
make
date?
close to what I make, if not more.
Close to what you make or more?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Lady J, how about you?
I would say, I guess money is important, but with me, I look at it like as I have my own money, so I wouldn't go like if the man made less than me or something like that. I wouldn't make him feel like less than or whatever. But I look at it like if I'm working, he's working, then we come together to, get what we need or whatever, whatnot like that. And I'm not gonna be the one to, like ask him for any money because I'm always like I've always known to like, okay, go out and get it yourself. So if he have it, yes, like we staying together, living together, married or whatever, it comes as one. So I feel like if one makes more than the other, we kind of like come together. So, pull it all
Make it
together.
make
So it's not
sense.
like I would say, okay, if I'm making more, then I'm gonna say, oh, you didn't pay for this, you didn't pay for that, because I got this, more or whatever. But it's just like with me and him will sit down and be like, okay, we don't have to discuss like dollar for dollar what we have, but I would say, okay, we just, one take care of this, one take care of that. So it's not like a 75-25 thing. It'll be a whole 50-50. That's how I feel about it.
Solid, solid. I like it. Jazz, is money and your spouse or the person you're dating, is that important? Does it matter? Does it not matter?
It kind of matter, but it's hard because I mean, everybody just because the person has money doesn't mean they're good for you. They can have all the money in the world and they cannot be good for you. So that's not the first thing I look at in with a relationship, but it matters at the same time because I'm a single parent, so most of my funds is going to my kids. So I'm gonna want somebody that can kind of like help me with like bills, not my kids, but like bills, and so I won't be struggling a lot. So that's how I look at it.
I'm sorry,
Okay.
Jess. Your kids too. Your kids as well. I
I
need you to help me
mean,
with my kids too.
Right.
you
If you're gonna
you
be together, then y'all supposed to become one on everything.
You,
The same
yeah,
thing,
you ain't
just
gonna be
like
sitting over
Jakira
here eating
said.
my kids' food.
I mean, I don't
I
want
mean,
to have
but
to.
if
What
him
I'm
taking, isn't that helping the kids when if he's taking care of bills in the household or even helping more than what she already has, isn't that also taking care of the kids?
Not if she got,
Okay, but
just
she
like
said she
Avery
has
said
5
earlier.
kids. So if I can buy 3 shoes and I can't buy 2, I need you to buy the 2, and I can buy the 3. I need you to also help me with my kids
well,
too,
yeah,
because
yeah,
they are me. They are
yeah.
me.
I get it that way, but I don't want to tell them like, yeah, you got to help me take care of my kids. I feel like that should just come
Right.
natural.
Right, exactly.
So
It
yeah,
should come
I get
naturally,
it.
but
All right. So my first question to the ladies that said, money is something they think about, right? If I gave y'all an extra 15 grand up front lump sum, would that help in your current situation?
Yes.
What
It help
about
in my current situation. Let me get 15 real quick. Shit.
that's gonna help
what about
me. I'm
yeah? So what
married.
about like
That's gonna help
30,
me
40?
too as a married woman.
Right.
I take 15 grand. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right.
What about 30, 40? So the higher it goes, the more to help, right?
Right.
Well,
Okay.
financially, like Avian
Yeah.
said, like you don't want to be the breadwinner or you have all this money and you're out there going to get it and you're exhausted going to get it and still have to come home and clock into a second job.
Right.
So it's not
That
always
part.
just about the money, 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 money.
Yeah.
It want to be a balance in between the two. So you might get it, but if you're going out there to get it, you clock into your job, you clock out, you come home, you sit on the couch, and you don't participate in the household. And I clock in at the job and clock out, and I come home and still got to clock back in and clock out. Then that's not fair.
Okay. All right. Well, let's make it real then, Kiki. With men you date, is that what
I
normally
ain't
happens?
dating.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kiki
Let's
said
say she like fuck this. But like let's keep it real. Like y'all dated enough, y'all been out here in the market. Like, do y'all really like the men y'all dealing with? Y'all mean to tell me these dudes are clocking into work? They saying, hey, I like you, I love you. Y'all moving together. Y'all saying these niggas are literally clocking in from work and just sitting on the couch. Like, is that what really happens?
Guess what? I have never had a live-in.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Ladies, like the other ladies though, like, do y'all really think that's what's happening? Like these dudes are just clocking in and kicking off their work shoes and just saying, fuck y'all, I'm cool, I'm here. Is that what's really happening though?
Mm-hmm.
I
You
kind of
talk.
think that maybe some men are, because some men have like grew up and maybe thought that it's supposed to be a woman supposed to do everything. So then they feel like maybe they just come home and kick the shoes off because they work, but at the same time, the woman work too. So you can help, instead of just coming home kicking off your shoes, turning on the TV.
And see, I gotta attest to that as well, right? Because in my first relationship with my two kids, the mother of my two sons, we were young. At the same time, with Renee said, I'm sorry, I can't. It's small right now, and I was late, so I didn't catch everybody's name off the rip. But what she just said, I can attest to that, right? Because like, I mean, I got raised by women, so like, I might like to cook and shit like that, but like, so I might cook and some shit off liking to do it, right? But like, when it comes to like shit like washing dishes or laundry or even just I like to clean up too. I'm a clean dude, so like I don't like shit dirty. But like when it comes to like little like domestic duties, in my mind, being young and coming up, not even having been around, but just the ideology that that's what women do and this is what men do, right? So if I go to work and I decide to cook, I'm looking at it like I'm doing a favor instead of like I'm playing a part as a unit, right? Because we come up with this idea from yesteryear that say, hey, we got roles, right? A woman do this and a man do this, but those roles been kind of switched around a little bit even by the time we start dating, right? Because by that time women working too, you feel what I'm saying? Women going to school too and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So just keeping the idea of what we was taught, a lot of us was taught based on what the time was going on, not looking forward to time changing or things being different. So we get kind of caught up in what a yesteryear instead of what's going on in the moment. So I wanted this, and I think a lot of dudes do that. And I'm just kind of giving maybe like a logical reason past of maybe why. You feel me? Because I can say that's probably why with me. Because once I grew and matured and wanted to be a better just human being overall, like I don't look at it like that no more. You feel me?
I want to say two things. Okay, first thing is, if you make me a single mother, I mean, not single mother, if you make me a stay-at-home wife, then you've made enough money where I don't even have to worry about going to work. Now, if you need dinner cooked, laundry done, this and that is my role. If I don't have to work, I have no problem taking on a domestication role. But if I have to work and you have to work, then we have to split everything 50-50. Not just the money, everything is 50-50. Right? And also, number two is do you want some pussy? Because if you want some pussy, you better get in this kitchen and cook this meal for me so I don't be dog ass damn tired when it's time to lay down and now I'm snoring. You want to roll, as my husband say, he want that rollover. He wants you to have a little energy left into you. If I gotta cook, clean, laundry, this, that, homework, I'm tired. I'm not doing that. I'm too sleepy. Unless you want some lazy ass whatever, you want that good, helped out.
Okay, I understand that logic, but peep the other side of this, right? The way I look at it, and again, maybe I'm wrong, but I gotta say it because this is my thought naturally. Before that man entered your life, y'all gotta be mothers, and y'all are doing this without a nigga. Let's keep it tall, right? So as a single woman, you going to work, right? You clocking out. You making sure y'all dishes are good because I know y'all kids are clean. Y'all going to homework. Y'all make sure your house is straight, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean you're right, but at some point you want to make it easier.
True.
Are you not?
But that's why
a single mother is not the goal. That's not the goal.
Yeah, but my whole point is if you're single and y'all are parenting y'all kids without a man, you're doing it anyway. You feel me? And so my
that
whole
doesn't mean I want to.
Right, but I know you don't want to, but Pete, this is the ending of what I'm trying to say, though. I think the assumption is that the man that's coming into y'all lives, whether he makes more or not, he's gonna help. I just don't know if in 2025 we got men that are running around, he like you enough to want to date you, y'all to merge our lives, and this dude ain't doing nothing. I think that that's a raw deal for anybody. But if we being realistic, and maybe I'm jaded, right? But if a man comes in, let's say, let's take Renee's example. She's at 90. Maybe he's at 65. Because again, an average black man and black woman don't make but 45 to 55,000. That's another thing. People are average as hell. So if you above that, you got to consider you're already in the upper echelon in terms of financial, right? But if the average man is making 55, he coming home, he helping you with some dishes. He might not clean them the way you would, right? He doing what he can. Do y'all think that's a fair exchange? If he's helping somewhat? Is that what y'all saying?
I need more than the dishes.
I hope we know how to wash those dishes correctly.
But you see my point though. Like I just don't see men getting with y'all, knowing y'all got kids, and just being bumps on the law. Like,
okay,
I don't even
look at this thing: 5 kids, 6, 2 kids, 1.
Come on, what? You got to finish the sentence.
I need some help with these 5 kids. If you want to lay up with me, but you don't want to help me with none of this stuff I got going on.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, Avion. I think that if that man seen them kids and he's still with you, I just think he's helping. Like, I just think that's natural. Like, he would step in and want to help you. I don't know.
No, I don't think that's a natural thing.
That's not natural for the man to like you.
Strata, bro.
That's for him to like
hey, I'm gonna tell y'all,
that's the thing. They'll like you if you own it.
I hate when Strata do this shit, man. Listen, I ain't gonna do it because it's about y'all. I ain't gonna about y'all. Y'all get this nigga, man. These niggas, man. Listen, Strata, and you know just as well as the average nigga go, and that's any average nigga. The average nigga gonna get away what he's allowed to get away with. I don't give a fuck how good of a motherfucking man you think he is. If I can work and I can come home and not have to help with 5 kids, I ain't, damn it.
if you ain't gonna, if that's not something that's gonna give you an attitude, if you still gonna give me some buns and all that, I'm not doing it just because I see you doing it. Try to stop.
Please stop, and you need to stop because these niggas will like you and you only, and won't give a fuck about your kids. And just like me being here by myself, taking care of my kids, and I ain't got to give up no pussy just because you think you like me enough, and I'm gonna give you some pussy because you bring in $2 or $3 and you sit your ass down this couch. I still ain't got to give up no pussy. No, period.
Y'all are cold, bro.
My husband would like to say something.
For sure.
I'm like, okay.
Let's talk to the man in the house. What's up, big dog?
Hey, what up, Chief? What's going on? How y'all doing? Ladies, how y'all doing? I'm listening to y'all. All I got to say about this whole thing is, and I'm just going to say, I'm going to make it small. I ain't going to talk long because I can talk, but when I met my wife, I admired my wife because I watched her take care of her kids and I got to get to know her. And I used to tell her, I said, hey, you paying for daycare and after school program. I said, hey, look, you mind if I pick up your kids or whatever? I said, because I work third shift. I said, look, give you a key to my house. I had an apartment. I said, give you a key. I said, I feed them, get them straight, whatever. I said, but once she gave in and she said, well, yeah, I try, I'll let you do it. Picked them up because I was getting them on the weekends and stuff because I was getting my daughter on the weekends and I would take them out to the park, take them to eat and stuff or whatever. But once I went and looked at it, I said, you know, I think you're wasting your money. I said, because they're not doing no kind of, they're not working with your kids after school with their work. They letting them play. I said, look, keep your money because I know you need it. Let me help you out. So I helped out. Now, when I heard y'all sit up there and say that a man, you know, I always help my wife. Even when she wasn't my wife, I would go around her house. I would help her clean up too. I help her clean up the kids' house, clean up the kids' room and stuff too, because I see how hard she worked. So I think it's not the fact that you can't find a man like that. It's the fact that a man is not stepping up to the plate and seeing a woman's worth on that situation. If you see what your woman doing and shit, you gonna say, hey, look, let me help you do it. It should be a 50-50 thing. It shouldn't be like right now. I was working second shift. I got switched to first shift for a while. So I come home, I cook for the past couple of weeks. I've been home, I've been cooking. Or I find something for her and I say, hey, let me get it straight. So when it comes to that laundry situation shit, house situation shit, if you got kids, your kids should be cleaning up the crib. No, that's the truth. You teach your kids to clean up the crib. It's not on you or your husband or your significant other to clean the crib. You teach your kids chores. They want money. I will give you money. You're going to clean up this shit. That frees up mama from doing it. The reason why y'all coming home stressed because y'all not pushing y'all kids to do that shit.
Ooh, ladies, what y'all think? What y'all think?
My kids do that stuff. I got older kids. My kids, they do their chores. They wash their own clothes. They clean up behind themselves, all that good stuff. But I got a disabled child, so I was just speaking on that part in a 3-year-old.
And that's real too. But I'm gonna say this one thing. I'm gonna let my wife get back up there. But before I met my wife, it was a guy that was working with me, an older guy. His name Mr. Issa. Mr. Issa said, you know, what's wrong with y'all guys? Y'all guys ain't looking at what y'all need to be looking at with a woman when you meet somebody. He said, I heard y'all talking about the you know, this guy making 40 grand or whatever right there. Put it like this. The guy said, hey, if you making 40 grand and she making 40 grand, that's 80 grand a year y'all making. So you can't sit up here and say, hey, look, this man might come up later on. Can't always say this man ain't got it because some of y'all women ain't got it. Some of y'all women ain't got it from the start. Some of y'all women won't getting y'all nails done and all the other shit. This man freed y'all shit up to make y'all start looking good. Let's be real.
Not me.
Let's be real. No, but let's be real. It works hand to hand. A man might not have had it until this woman stepped in and helped him out a little bit. So it works hand to hand on that shit. So let's don't beat the shit down. A lot of y'all women are not meeting the right man. Y'all meeting men for the wrong reasons. That man can fuck you good and all the rest of the shit. And I heard from some, you know, I'm not gonna call it out or nothing, but I heard from different women and shit. It's not even about that. It's about you meeting that person and y'all having a connection. I don't care if it's spiritually, if y'all going to church together. I don't care if y'all sit down, whatever y'all doing. You gotta have a connection with that shit, or you're not gonna have anything. That's what keep everybody together. Communication. I'm gonna be honest. So y'all have a nice night. I ain't gonna talk y'all to death. What you say, Chief?
Appreciate it. Yeah. So appreciate it. Like you said, bro. So that's absolutely right. So we'll go back to what I'm saying, Strata. Like, right. So the average black man and black woman in the ages of a certain age ain't married. You feel what I'm saying? The average, the average, because the average man ain't looking at it like, hey, what's your name, bro? I want to make sure we say your name.
Dante. We call him the love doctor.
Like Dante said. You know what I'm saying? So on average, it looks opposite of exactly. That's why, you know, opposite of exactly what Dante said on average, because the numbers show it.
So we're saying that the type of man,
and Dante is a rare breed. Let's make that very clear.
Yeah, he's a minority, and you know we do majority and minority, Britt. You know that's what we do. So because if we get into this person do this and that, everybody can have their own fucking story. Majority minority, like you said, he's minority.
Right, very much so.
You can't, Strata, how can you frame your face up when we hear people? We hear dudes 24/7 every day by numbers say they don't even want to date single mothers.
Yes.
Right. You right.
But I don't think it's because of that. I think it's because single mothers be having some shit going on.
Oh,
what you got?
Nah, man.
Who was that?
Oh man, she pulled the lighter out and didn't light the damn rope.
Pandora's box. Let's get to it, man.
We be having a tinge of control issue.
Okay.
It's a tinge because we had to be in control.
But you gotta realize in a relationship, in a marriage,
and I don't blame us for it.
No. I don't blame y'all, but y'all, me and my friends used to always sit up there and say about, you know, that some people have issues with different things.
Okay.
When you get in a relationship with somebody and a man step up, you need to step down because.
But wasn't that one of your questions? You was like, how do we maneuver that? That was one of the questions, Mona.
Yeah.
Maneuver that as far as like
I don't know how y'all do
that control with the man and everything, you know. So
that's a good
Lady
question.
J said she thinking about getting married. So.
Let's ask him, Avian. Let's go around. Do y'all think that you struggle with control when you're dating and you find a man that you like, that you want to lock in with? Every woman, give me a yes or no answer. Kiki, do you think you'll struggle with control and relinquishing control to the man that you like?
No.
Okay. Renee, what about you? Do you think that's something you would struggle with?
No.
Okay. Mona?
Depends on the situation.
So yeah.
I do not have an issue with it. It just depends on the situation. If I see that this man is not able to step up, that means I have to come and step in.
Yeah, so but based on what Dante just said, if he's already liking you, he's stepping in. That means he's stepping up already, correct?
Exactly.
Okay, in that situation, yes. So if he already stepping in, then I don't have an issue.
Stepping back. Okay.
Releasing control.
Brittany, what about you?
In the beginning, I probably would.
I appreciate your
I'm just being honest because you've been doing it so long.
I think it's natural too.
That's natural. But
like I don't know you.
No, but
raise my kids. No,
explain the talk that I had with you.
Well,
explain the talk that I had with you.
My husband did have a talk with me because I did not want to relinquish that control because it's just been me and my kids, my daughters. And I was the one who was dictating dinner time, the punishments, bath time, whatever it was, that was on me. And when he came into my life and I allowed him to have that type of access, because we moved in together and we had that type of access with the kids, whatever.
The damn kids calling me daddy.
My kids do call him dad. They do. That's the only father that they know is him.
Right.
So, but even in that space, it still was like, well, I'll discipline him. I'll do that. You know, he was like, well, you have the you so much you want to let them call me daddy, but you don't want to let me be a father to them. So if you don't want to let me be a father to them, then I'm just going to step back and you can have it.
Mhm.
And so
Lady.
the situation I'm in is their father's deceased. They don't have a father in their life, that they know. And even before he was deceased, he wasn't there. So let's keep that a being.
Okay.
And so their first experience with a father was
That's all they see.
him. And so when he said that, because I was like overtaking it, like, oh no, I got it. Oh no, don't say that to me.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, well, you want another one of your questions is like you want that relationship figuratively, but actively, do you want that or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, again, if you've been in control for so long, it's hard to just let it go and then just be like, okay, I'm standing out here just hoping for you to take care of everything. So it has to be slowly, to me, to ease back from it, because again, we've been doing it for so long as we see that, okay, you're there and you having this communication, understanding. So I heard him say communication key, but really understanding is going to be key, because you can hear me, but are you understanding me? So long as y'all have that, I think that's going to be what makes it work. So yeah.
I agree, Brittany, because it's a process,
Right, yeah.
Like I said, ladies, based on what y'all just heard, if you find a man like Mr. Love Doctor and he come to you, y'all been chopping it, right? Y'all been busting it down, bro. Like, yo, I need control of them kids. Like, I need that autonomy to kind of, lead them the right way. What y'all response gonna be? What y'all saying? Kiki, how you responding to that?
I think she just went out.
Yeah, she said she froze it. She'll be right back. Brittany, if you hear that, what you doing?
I'm gonna give it to him, but Lord knows I'm gonna be sitting on my tippy toes and biting my nails, like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Like, what he gonna do? Because I mean, I'm not used to it, so I'm like, trying to like keep my mouth closed, but that's just real shit.
But tell
like,
her,
girl, he yelling at them. Don't yell at them. Only I yell at them. Only I yell at them.
Yeah, I'm gonna go walk outside.
Come, because it's like.
But you want your kids to be right, though, right?
Yeah. And when I say control for the chat, just let y'all know I'm talking about the authority to guide your children the right way. That's what I mean by I need control of
But
the
that honestly comes with trust. So that's come with building trust, and trust don't just start off day one in a relationship. What we say, Mona, 2 years.
Yeah,
give me 2 years. Yeah, give me 2 years, and then I fully can know you and trust you, and so people.
You know what Sheena said, to know what ins and out.
Yeah, but y'all still gotta answer the question though.
Nitty-gritty.
So let's put the time on it. Y'all 2 years in, y'all rocking tough. He said, "Yo, I need control and authority."
He can have it.
That's what 2 years. That's what I did.
In 2 years, he can have it. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we 11 years, and we still battle. It's not a battle, but it's like I'd be like, oh, she's sensitive, and you just don't know her. He'd be like, I've been raising this girl for 11 damn, and it's like.
I think that's the mother in us.
I still battle with that.
And I respect that.
And even with his children, blended families, we still battle.
It's hard.
With that, it's like, okay, her mother's here. She ain't worth a goddamn, but she's there.
Okay.
And I try to influence her in different ways of just, you go to school or, find a trade or something, like have a plan. You're a senior, and we still battle with that control issue. So it's a lot, when you talk about.
I think to sum it up, when you sign up for that, you already know that comes.
You best to be in love. Mona, Mona was there. Go let Mona talk. Mona, you was there.
Well, I want to do an interjection real quick, right? Because I know we ain't gonna be able to get to it this show, Strata. Yeah. But if Avion and her husband will be willing to do, we gotta get them back, right? Because I want, because we're not just talking to each other, we're talking to an audience, right, y'all? And we do this every day, right? And where they are is a minority, right? And I think it's important that they get a space, if they don't mind, to talk on our platform, so they could explain how can, what did they look for? What was their mentality? How did it end up being, being work, and how they do it so well? I can tell they do it so well. He right there beside her, right? So we can start working on less of this minority thing happening and working and making it
the majority.
Right.
At least go towards the majority, right? And I think if we don't get insight from people like them, then it'll always be a lost factor in people's minds of how to figure it out. So we need to use these people as examples to have these voices to be loud as fuck. You feel what I'm saying? So that's all I want to say. That's a quick interjection I wanted to say. 'Cause I know we ain't gonna be able to get to it this show. You feel what I'm saying?
It's possible, and also to see that it is
It's
possible.
marriage time. It is.
If you are a single mother or a
It's
single
work.
father, it's still
work.
possible that you can.
It's work.
Yeah,
but y'all not
yeah.
gonna hurt my question,
Because
though.
there's fathers that are present in their lives.
You're cutting out on us a little bit.
There's single
Avian.
fathers. There's people that's present in their kids' lives.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting out a little bit with us, Avian. So I still gotta get an answer from Mona, Renee, and Lady J. Y'all 2 years in, your man comes to you the same way that he came to his wife. He's like, yo,
Come on, Nay.
I need that control, I need that authority to guide your kids correctly. How y'all responding?
I would say coming from a situation where I was in a blended family, was not married, and so for 4 years, yeah. So if I saw, if I'm seeing through how he, treat his kids, how he manage his children, how he step up in certain situations, then yes, I will relinquish some of the control.
Some of the control. Give me a number on that. 70%, 30%. Give me a number on that. I don't like
50%, 50%, 50% of control. If you don't make that face, 50%.
Why only 50?
Because we are in it together. We are two people in this relationship together, and so I bring my half, he bring his half, then it's a whole. So 50%.
So what does that look like with raising your son? What does that look like? Only 50%. What does that look like?
Yeah, so at this time, I have not been in a relationship outside of that last relationship. So I really don't know what that looked like. What I do know is what my boundaries are, what I'm going to accept, and what I will not, what I will accept, and what I'm not going to accept.
Okay, I like it. Okay, Renee, same question. You 2 years in with a man, y'all kind of merging your lives together, right? He said, "Listen, I'm gonna need some control over your kids, his kids, if he got them." How are you responding to that?
I have to give him the control if I want this to move forward, and make him feel like he's a part of the family as well, or part of my child's life, and make her feel like she's part of his life as well. And I mean, of course, respect from my child's father as well, to make sure that he don't feel like nobody's overstepping his boundaries as well. So making sure all parties are equal with it. But yeah, definitely. I mean, I want you to feel like you the man of this household. I want to feel like you the man of my household. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Solid. I like that. I like that. Lady J, same conversation. How you responding?
I would go on like what Mona said, 50-50. If he has kids, I have kids, so we do have to come together and raise those kids, because if we're gonna be, together, married, everything and stuff like that, we both need to have an understanding on what we're gonna do for all the kids, so everything can be as a whole, as she said as well.
Okay. Can I be honest with y'all? Let me get my honest opinion on this. And it's just my opinion, but I just want to throw it out there. What's up, Jay Devilla? In my mind, I think that when we're talking about realistically the black community, and we're talking about men that's already put in 2 years with you, and we're not even speaking on a relationship that the father has with the current children, right? I'm going to put that to the side right now. I think that's not even a bad ask for a man to say, hey, if I'm responsible for you, your children, my children, and you chose me, right? In my mind, now to see that, I don't know how y'all stand biblically. I'm not even going to ask, right? But in my mind, it's God, man, woman, child, right? So if that's the hierarchy and you with me, I don't even think that's a bad ask, because if I trust you enough to lay with you, do life with you for 2 years, I should trust you enough to guide my kids right. Because if I got to question that, pump fake with it, you might not be the nigga that I need in my face right now, respectfully, right? Now, y'all do what you want, but I'm just saying, if y'all don't put in that much time and y'all are merged and you kind of got a feeling for who he is, 2 years or not, like let's put the time to the side too. I think that if you are blending a family, there has to be a level of communication, but we're assuming that the father is kind of out of the picture, right? To make it fair to the conversation. I think that that's not a hard ask. I think that being open-minded about that would be the best way, because if you can't trust that man with yourself and your children, my next question would be, why are you with him?
Goddamn right.
You feel me? Why are you with him?
Yeah.
Right.
That's right.
So that's just my thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, we talking through it all, and I appreciate y'all honesty, man. It means so much.
They look quiet.
Yeah, but you know, hey, bro, I get it. You know what I mean? Like I told y'all, we're gonna be honest tonight, man, because I just want to let y'all know. First off, I appreciate y'all for having a conversation with me. But we talking to YouTube people, the internet, then you know, me, Bino, Britt, some of the other people that are part of our Raw Bunch. We had these conversations day in and day out. Shout out to This Might Be Risky, their Discord be jumping. We had these conversations all the time. And so understand that when I'm talking to y'all, sometimes I'm talking through you to the people I know that are watching, because they don't even think, and this is going to sound crazy to y'all, but the way you all are dismissed in conversation is kind of crazy. So that's why I love having y'all here, because y'all are putting faces and personalities to the talking points we hear a lot, right? Y'all are making this real. So when I'm talking to y'all, just understand that it's not a judgment on what y'all are doing at all, but y'all got to understand we're talking to people that will watch this later in the playbacks, right?
Yeah.
So it has to
Yeah, and I want to be able to do a nuance or two on the other side, because like I get what Strata's saying, and I agree. I'm not rebutting it, but for me as a single father, and you know, and when that happened for me, it won't really be about I'm in a household, so let me take control. It's about what control is necessary, right? Because I might come across the mom who father very well much in them kids' lives, so I don't need to take control of that situation. I might be in a situation where the nigga, you feel me saying, might not be around. So then, it's necessary for me to have to step up and be that, because he's not around. So I want to add that. I want to add that in there. So it's more so about what's necessary, what type of control amount is necessary for me to have to do, right? Not I'm gonna want to do either, no matter what it is. I'm gonna want to do it, but what's really necessary, because we got to put that in there too, because we like me, like I with my kids' mothers can guarantee whoever they date is they don't have to take control of certain shit when it comes to our kids. They just don't. We've been doing this for years, co-parenting stuff. They don't have to do that. You feel what I'm saying? Which is more relief in the dude that's actually dating the mother. You feel what I'm saying? So I just want to put that in. And once y'all get married, that's a different type of conversation almost, because I do respect what God say about marriage in the Bible. I do respect that wholeheartedly. That's a different conversation, but in this dating phase, y'all just together type shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's more so, for me, I carry this more so as necessary. And even such thing, if I was to get married, and I would hope that whatever guy that's around in that kid's lives that had kids with their mother, I hope we have a good relationship, so there don't even have to be a conversation about whatever may be going on. You feel what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to put in there.
I want to say that about you too, because you talked about the hierarchy of like God, then my spouse, then my children, then God, then my spouse, then me, then my children.
Yeah,
that's if you married though. So that's where that fine line comes into, when you staying with a nigga or you involved with a nigga and everything like this. So that's where that weird space comes in to me, is because it's like, we ain't married. So like, in retrospect, God didn't say I had to put you before my kids or before me. So, but then my question is, like, people will always say, well, you kind of trained to be a wife. Like, you're showing this person how you want to be a husband. You're showing this person you want to be a wife. But in the hierarchy with God, it's like, if we're married, then it's you, God, then you, then me, and all that, But when we dating,
but if you dating for a long period of time,
no,
if you're dating for a long period of time, though.
God ain't say that.
No.
The Bible don't say if you dating for a long period of time. No, it says you married, then this is the hierarchy. Not if we dating for a long period of time.
See, the problem. Okay, so if y'all want to keep throwing the Bible in, the problem with what y'all saying, marriage supposed to came first, then the kids. See, we didn't do it all by the right way.
That's true.
So that's the one reason why, baby, you're saying what you're saying now. So yeah.
So that's why we be confused when you be like, "Oh, I come before your kids." We be like, "Oh, hold on, where did it say that? Where did I read that in the scripture? Me and you we are not married." Like,
well, the whole
I'll
thing,
say this though:
if you're playing house,
Well, we don't need a playhouse.
No, if y'all move in together, that's a whole nother situation.
I agree with
That's
that.
just hold on. That's just like with Sheena. That's just like what she said. I want a man to come in. I want a man to be a man. So when I start showing you them things, it should start to come together. It's not a fuss thing about it. It's about us coming together. That make me want to marry you.
Yeah.
When you showing the qualities and we working together and shit, we raising these kids together. That's what's making me want to put that ring on your finger. If you're not showing that, you're not gonna get no ring on your finger. I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna tell you another thing. I gotta add some more most to the control part. A man also gonna know how much control he needs to take based on them damn kids act. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he in that house. So I got to also add that on too. Because see, so now that's where I go back to what's necessary. You feel what I'm saying? Because I can also say that I'm a son of a single mom. And with them men, with
I am too.
Her boyfriend, longtime boyfriend, and then her husband can say is they ain't never had to goddamn really take no control when it come to me. Nigga, pick me up from practice. Nigga, we go to play some ball. Goddamn, we play the game, nigga. Because I was raised to respect adults anyway.
There you go.
You feel what I'm saying?
I didn't never go against the grain, and my mom.
So I ain't never go against I ain't never go against the grain anyway. So I do got to add it. So it's all these different nuances. That's why the necessity is for me is the most. Because them kids running around, I don't give a damn what the dad doing. I don't give a fuck if he next door. We tighten this shit up right now. I'm gonna be around. You feel what I'm saying? So I do got to add that on too.
But would you say that if you didn't care?
No, absolutely not. I wouldn't say that if I didn't care. Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's right.
You care because you there. I like it, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the SPS Podcast. This is a great conversation. You and your husband, we definitely gonna have y'all back for a part 2 because I definitely want to delve a little bit more into y'all nuances. Y'all a dope couple. We love black love over here, man. That's what we striving for. So we appreciate y'all and everybody else on the panel. Like this is a dope.
And we're not perfect. We just trying to make it like everybody else. We just keep working every day to be the best that we can
everything is work, man. Everything is work.
Believe it or not, you surprised at how on this internet here, on Beyonce's internet, all marriages are perfect. So I love the fact that y'all, you know what I'm saying, keeping it tall. We need more of that. So I appreciate y'all, man. And again, all my ladies up here, I appreciate y'all for being transparent with us. What's wild is we are an hour and a half in, and I ain't even asked the question yet.
I was thinking that earlier. I said, we didn't get the first question.
What is the question?
Shout out to y'all, man. This is fire, man. Let's get to our first question, man. We're going to push through the show. Like I said, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a part 2. I don't mind it because it's a great conversation with great people, right? But we'll get into the actual questions I got posed for y'all. And again, we're going to do this round robin style. So I'm not going to call on y'all individually. But when I'm asking a question, if you got something to say, come off mute, add what you can. But I don't want to force it to keep us from saying the same thing over and over, right? We'll build as y'all give answers that we've been doing. Everybody cool? Y'all still with me?
Yeah.
Everybody awake?
We here.
Yo. Renee, you straight?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Lady J, where you at? You cool?
I'm here. Yep.
Okay. 10-4. Just checking on my people.
Dante said, who is Renee?
Y'all funny.
You know who it is.
First question.
You know who it is.
First question. Does your past choices in men affect your marriage prospects? Does your past choices in men affect your marriage prospects? So, in layman's terms, how you dated in the past, is that determining the way y'all are going about trying to get married? And anybody, again, I'm not going to call y'all individually. I want to keep it conversation style. How you dated in the past. So, does your past choices in men affect your marriage prospects today?
I say yes.
In what way?
Well, if it's past, it's past, I say. So if you dated a man in the past, then you all are not together anymore. So I feel like something didn't go right somewhere. So you don't want to marry the same man that you dated that you didn't stay with because of whatever reason. So you're looking to say, okay, I'm not dating this guy anymore, so I'm gonna date somebody new, date into marriage. So you don't have to tell the man exactly what happened from your past relationships, but you know what happened as the woman. So you just try to change those things and maybe, find a way like, okay, my past relationships, he did this, I did this, or whatever. And then like your future relationships, when you get with another man, you be like, okay, I need to change this, I need to change that, or watch for this, watch for that, so I can make sure that I'm dating to marry, so I won't keep, doing the same cycle.
Like, that's solid. That's solid. Anybody else got an answer? Does your past choices in men affect your marriage prospects?
Well, I'm gonna say yes, because I'm be looking like pretty much you said. I ain't gonna say the complete opposite, but after every relationship, like even when I got divorced, I looked at what didn't work, like what caused us to end up in that state, and I did my own homework, did some self-reflecting. That's one problem, Sorry, ladies, for the ones like this, sometimes we don't want to take accountability for the things that we do. So I had to look and see, okay, well, what did I do wrong, or what could I have done better? And then I took that into the next relationship or situationship. But a lot of time with us, we don't have that vetting process, maybe all in the beginning. And then let me tell you, us women, Lord knows, we can be a little delulu. You know what I'm saying? We start seeing, like, we already done made up this fantasy in our head. Yeah, girl, we what I'm saying? Like, we done came up with this whole story about how this life is going. Ain't shit nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? And then also we look on potential. So I'm not looking at potential anymore. I'm seeing these motherfuckers for what they really are. I don't know if y'all ever been in the stores. Y'all don't get the perfume. They got that little bag of I'm confident, take your smell to get that, bring back the reality. That's what us ladies need in our pocket, okay? So we can bring our ass back to motherfucking reality. Because, we get up there and be, oh my God, this nigga like this. No, baby. This nigga got 5 red flags that your ass done bypass.
Mhm.
And then, so we need to pay attention to them. And that's gonna
Name
help
some
us.
red flags, Brittany. I think it's important that you name a couple red flags that you could think of, right?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Red flag number. Well, I mean, one, he ain't trying to make you
Number
do dirt.
5,000, 2063.
Number one, he's just talking about something. We just gonna see where this shit goes. You know what I'm saying? Red flag right there. He ain't trying to go no motherfucking way with you. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Start there, cause like, oh baby, you know what I'm saying? If you ask him what is his goals with you, or what is his 5-year goals or whatnot, if he ain't talking about relationship or marriage or whatever case may be, it doesn't involve a woman. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't have to involve a woman, but when it talks like me asking around,
It don't have to involve you particularly, but
just like in a relationship wise,
Yeah.
if he ain't saying nothing like that, like I'm just living life, trying to travel, do whatever, I'm free. Red flag. He ain't trying to settle down. He ain't trying to do nothing. If that's what you trying to do, and if you just trying to be free with him and just be his traveling partner, then go right ahead. But that's just one off the top of my head I can think of.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. That was a solid list. So
anybody else? Can we get anybody else? They might got one, Strata. I want to hear
like
because it's important, right? Because
when you
it's
don't want
important.
to
Once
talk about
again,
what happened in your last relationship, that's a red flag.
say it again. I think I was over talking. My fault.
You don't want to talk about what happened in your last relationship. Because if you're healed,
that's a solid one. I thought y'all was gonna give me some bullshit, but y'all making it hard. Because the reason why y'all absolutely right. I agree with both of y'all. The reason why I asked, because I think it's important for single mothers to know of how many red flags men think it is coming into, right? So but y'all name 2 solid ones. If any other ladies, I would love to hear it.
Yeah.
I will say I have one too. So if they speak only negatively about their past relationships, then that person needs to do some self-reflection and they are not ready to be in a relationship with you.
No accountability.
No accountability.
Okay. Any more red flags, ladies? Any more red flags that jump out with you while y'all out here dating? Y'all cool?
I have one more.
What you got? Talk heavy.
Another one is if that guy is only speaking negatively about women in generally, like just in general, they speak negative about the woman, like, oh, this woman just wants money, or they're a prostitute because they just want money. They don't want no, just always speaking negative about a black woman or woman, period. Then that's a red flag as well.
Hold
That's
that.
also narcissistic.
Before anybody say anything else, I'm about to talk to YouTube, so y'all excuse me. Y'all real life. Y'all touch grass. YouTube people, these talking points is going to get you in trouble. That's what she just said. These pills y'all think y'all taking, when y'all apply this shit to real life, women are telling you, hey, if you're talking crazy about women, then I'm going to kind of look at you crazy trying to date women. So I just wanted to translate to the YouTube world. But any more red flags so we keep going?
Do you like women? That's but also, do you have a relationship with your parents? Do you have a relationship with your mother or your father? And vice versa. What is your relationship with your mother and father for everybody?
What y'all think about mahogany?
What's their relationship with their kids?
Okay. What y'all think about mahogany? If he can only talk to you on the lunch break, is that a red flag?
What is your familial relationship?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Yeah, you go silent around about 7:30. Yeah, he got somebody else here. Mm-hmm.
That's it, bro.
Another red flag, if you're starting to talk to someone and then next thing you know, it's always something sexual. Like, oh yeah, I'm like, red flag. Move along.
Okay. All right. I think we got a good list, y'all.
No, we got one more. More. I have to put this out here.
Let's do it.
This is so important. Mm-hmm. Lastly, if this man cannot keep his promises. So if he say, oh, we going on a date. Oh, yeah, I'm planning on taking you on a date on Friday. Friday comes. He don't say nothing leading up to it. He don't do anything. Then that is an absolutely do not waste your time on someone who cannot keep their promises on what they're supposed to do or going to do, especially when they suggested it.
Right.
And Trump supporters.
On both ends, fellas, as well, fellas. When you ask that woman out and she suddenly come up with a reason she can't, red flag.
Red flag.
Yeah. All right. So we got a clip. We got the 30 hanging out the window for these red flags. So now I'm gonna flip the question on his head, right? Give me some green flags when y'all date. Let me get some green flags.
He pay attention to the small stuff. He actually listens.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna just use one. This guy told me, pink was my favorite color. I had pink flowers, or pink dates, and everything delivered to my job. He listened. I was like, oh shit, okay. You know what I'm saying?
Like how you got that pink shirt on now, or is that peach?
No,
I pay attention too. Go ahead, Britt. I gotta fuck with Britt at least 5 times. My dog, this big sis. This is my fucking dog, this Britt. Kiki, she keep going in and out, man. I'm sorry, I'm distracting y'all. Go ahead.
You cool. Any more green flags?
Yes, he actually listens to you talk and not talk over you, and really let you get your point across and sees it from both sides, and not just that was my last relationship. If you didn't agree with everything he said or say things the way he wanted you to say it, it's an argument. So somebody that actually listens and get your point of view.
Like that. I like
right.
that.
Being supportive.
Right.
Supportive. Okay. Any more green flags y'all looking for when y'all dating? You're like, okay, that's it. Y'all got any more?
I mean, maybe mine personally is aesthetics, but I like a man that dress nice, smell good, breath smell good.
Oh, yeah. I'm about to say, gotta see a dentist. Yes.
Yeah, stays up with his health. Go to the gym, or at least have intentions to go to the gym. Talk about going to the gym. Has a membership.
I'm not talking about it.
That's important to me because I will wipe your tail, but I don't really want to. So let's get healthy. Let's try to eat right, or try to take care of our bodies so that when we get older, we can go places and nobody has to be a caretaker. So that's a green flag for me. Somebody that talks about health is wealth, things of that nature. And somebody
that's so important at our age right now. I think we all about the same. Man, listen, man. If you ain't thinking, all right, man. I ain't listen, man. All right, man. Telling you right now, we already done met each other in our 30s and shit. And man, we got to make this shit last, nigga. I ain't trying to have nobody. You ain't down on me,
wipe your tail.
and I ain't trying to down you when I'm 45 and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Mahogany.
We
said
gotta make this shit a run, so we're gonna have to make it till we 80, 90. We gonna have to. We gotta do it.
type shit. Shout out to Mahogany. She said when he takes time to minimize distraction, he communicates effectively and confidently moves forward. He doesn't stay stuck. Doesn't major in the minor. I like that. I like that. That's solid. That's solid. Anybody else want to add to the green flags or the red flags or address the question at the bottom? Y'all
Potential
good?
is sexy. Potential is sexy.
Ooh.
What? Hold on. What's sexy?
Tell us more about
Potential.
No. Okay.
Cause see, y'all looking at it in a negative way. Oh, he got potential, girl. He work at Walmart. I don't give a damn. Is he about to be the manager? I don't care. What's his goals? Like, what are when you talk about what's your goals? What are your 3-year, 5-year goals? Do you have 5-year goals? Like, I want to know that. Like, where you want to be with your job opportunity? Like, okay, you work like my husband, work at a shipyard. Okay, that's great. You make good money at shipyard. Okay. What's next? Do you have a business plan?
I guess with that potential, I guess how long do you sit around and wait for this potential to finally potential to something substantial?
3 to 5 years.
3 to 5 years for what?
I feel like potential because what is your potential? Are you gonna get your business plan together tomorrow? No.
Well, maybe he don't want to own a business. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Maybe
care whatever your goal. I just need you to have a goal, some sort of goal.
If that man make a good,
I think 3 to 5 is a long time because I'm just thinking about myself. Another 3 to 5 years, I'm gonna be 45. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, and I set those 5 years waiting for him to reach potential. I think that what you're saying sounds good for someone that's
I mean, we're gonna ask a potential question in the beginning. Like, what are your goals? And if he says, "Oh, I don't have no goals. I'm just working." Okay, well, for me, I like to travel. I like to buy things and things. So that's not going to be enough. So when we talk about money and everything, okay, you make, like you say, make 45,000. Okay, that's great. But like, is your potential to like make more or to like move up? Like, I need to know because that's how I think. Like, if I'm on my job, I'm just not stagnant. I'm something different.
Right. I think
room for growth. So you more so talking like room for growth. If room for growth will room for growth fit better than potential?
Yeah, because room for growth. So I say room for growth.
Yeah.
Like, are you looking to grow? Are you looking to move? Like, do you have goals? Even if it's just like spiritual goals. Like, I'm looking to get closer to God, or I'm looking to health wise, or whatever. Like, do you have anything that you're looking forward to that you're working towards? Because I cannot be your sole focus. Like, do you have anything else going on in your life? A hobby, something, you know? So for me, that's something that's a green flag. For men say, well, actually, I play basketball on the weekends, or actually, I got this little thing going on, business on the weekends. Something that you look forward to that it's not me. Because from my dating life, I realized that sometimes when you're a man's sole focus, that becomes a little bit too much. So.
I like shout out to Frozen. Aspirations with a plan forward. I think.
Come on, let's go. Like, come on, something. Like, what is your plan? Your life plan?
I like that.
Because I need to do things. I like nice things. I don't know about everybody else. I like to go places and I like nice things. So even if you're not a millionaire right now, you are a thousandaire. But do you have aspirations to save? Like, I'm trying to save $20,000 this year. Something, I don't know.
Yeah. I like it. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the SPS. Everybody watching, we appreciate y'all here. If you haven't, hit the subscribe button to all my panelists when we get off this good show. Again, I would love to see y'all added on to the bell so that y'all can tap back in. We're going to have a part 2 to this because we're on question 2. So y'all going to have to come back anyway. Like, I'm sorry, it's in the contract. I'll email it to y'all. But y'all obligated to come back. Don't even worry about it.
Oh, what's question 2?
We're on question 2. And I love it because, this is great conversation, man. This is dope. So let's get to the second question, man. Let's do it. Has doing it alone affected how you see relationships and marriage? And when I say doing it alone, I'm talking about raising your children, right? Has doing it alone affected how you see relationships and marriage? Anybody?
Hold on. I mean, yeah. It's definitely going to play a part. in how we move forward, relationships and marriages. Like again, technically, if we're looking at marriage, we kind of we put the cart before the horse. We already had kids and already had this, and now we're trying to, backtrack. Like, okay, now I want to actually settle down. So now you got to bring in your kids, because like Mona said, she looks at how she's going to move to her next relationship is going to be based off how they treat the kids, which most women are going to be that way. So yeah, it's going to affect us. And then, like you said, we've been head of the household for so long.
Right.
Sometimes relinquishing their control and everything, all of that plays a part in it. So we really need someone to help us rest back in our femininity versus because we've been the head so long. We need someone to kind of take us out of that state.
Ooh, that femininity, girl, that's hard.
So that person needs to be intentional. He have to be.
I will tell you this. Let's be transparent. When me and my husband was going through some things because we've been together for a long time, and I was confining Mona. I was actually finding Renee as well, and things that the common theme was you need to tap into your femininity. You ain't a nigga.
Mm-hmm.
You need to tap into your femininity and your vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't even know what that even means. I mean, I guess I know now, but
let me ask you, Avion, what does that look like for
AVN?
AVN, I'm sorry. I appreciate the correction. Thank you. AVN, what does that look like for a woman that's raising children, right? What do you mean? Do you think that by raising kids by yourself, it puts you on a masculine bag? Is that what y'all experience, ladies?
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, because I gotta do everything.
If the dad is not involved, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It does put me in a masculine bag because now I have to do everything, make all the decisions, have nobody to bounce this thing off of. I have nobody to talk about this with, and now I got to pay all the bills by myself, all the things by myself, all of this by myself. I even got to YouTube how to fix the damn sink by my damn self if I don't want to pay.
So just dump
a masculine energy space.
Just dump the trash, please. Like I'm about sick of that shit.
Yeah, just take the trash.
Just dump the trash. I'm sick of that shit. I feel you, Renee. Renee said, "Fuck this trash."
She tired of that. There, touch the trash when you hit the door, nigga.
Jesus, bugs. I mean, sweating and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
So I grew up.
Please pump my gas.
Cutting the grass. I was cutting grass.
Oh shit.
So yeah, single mom. It was me and her. I'm cutting. She don't want to do. I guess somebody got to cut the grass. I'm cutting the grass, and I swore up and down. I'm gonna find me a man because I ain't cutting no more grass. I'm done. I am done. So I mean, it's just things like that. But it's hard. It's very hard. It is.
So it changes. So is it fair to say it changes going from let's see here, a fucking Disney type of love to a fucking you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying what to go into now. It's like more like it ain't even about the love no more. I mean the love gonna be there, but you feel what I'm saying? Like when you young, and I think for us young, you know what I'm saying, when we end up as single mothers and fathers because of that Disney love bullshit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantasizing.
Because see,
we don't have no intentions to make a relationship work for the most part.
Cosby show, love,
yeah, family matter.
Yeah,
you know
family matters. Yeah, like I had a therapist telling me that when I said, "Well, Dante don't do this and Dante don't do that," and father is what she said. How do you know what a father is supposed to do?
Exactly.
I said, "Well, she said, what you saw on TV," and I was like, well. Maybe you're right. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn, you're right. Like I truly had to learn what is a man's role, what is a father's role. When you grow up not seeing it, it's so different than trying to be married. It makes it difficult. But then if you can see it, then maybe have a different perspective, but you got to see it healthy. You know what I mean? So that's
you have to communicate.
I did not know. I didn't know anything about being married. None of that.
But that goes back into what she said about tapping into what that femininity.
Your femininity.
Okay. Mm-hmm. You have to be vulnerable to be able to talk and say that. Hey baby, look, I don't know. A lot of people don't communicate. You communicate when you want to bitch. when you want to complain, but you don't come to me and say, "Hey, let's have a talk."
I don't know how to love.
Your bedroom is where all that's supposed to go down.
The intimacy.
I like it. All right, Pay.
So
I'm about to change it up a little bit just because I'm having fun with y'all. So we're gonna do a quick role play. I want to see what this look like in real time. This is funny to me. So let me put. I think I'm gonna put Bino.
No, you ain't. I ain't do no role play. You ain't gonna just drop no random. Use me as a random. Nah, hell no.
Let's
Brittany.
I'm good.
Brittany.
No, we ain't have to do it.
Brittany.
All right. Let's do Renee first. All right, Renee.
Ooh, yeah.
Bro, I'm not doing no. But you're not about to do because you having fun. Make me role play. I'm not in no role play room.
She ready to submit. She yeah.
All right, I'll be in the middle. It's cool. All right, Renee.
Yeah, you do the role play. I what you want me to do?
I got you. It's cool. Right, so this is the thing. In this role play, the man is just here as a placeholder. Renee, right. I want you to walk me through. I just asked you out, right? We about to go out to dinner, and you taking out the trash. You just cut the grass. Walk me through.
I ain't going. I am not.
I'm tired now.
Thoughts as you getting ready to meet me at the restaurant. What you talking about to get yourself out of that masculine frame? Let's do it. I'm listening. I'm just kind of.
You said she got the trash. You said what now?
Yeah, she took out the trash already. She just cut that grass.
And she cut the grass.
Is she getting ready for a date?
You
better ask for breakfast.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, she got.
And then, hold on, she took out the trash. She cut the grass, and then what?
Now I just hit her up. I'm like, yo, meet me 7:00. We're going to this restaurant. You know what I'm saying?
One question: is this y'all first date, or have y'all been talking for a while?
We're talking on the phone. Yeah, we've been chopping it. She know me, I know her. You know what I'm saying? But it's our first real date.
Y'all have a scheduled date. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so she did this. So she did this as a single mom. She just going in a couple dates with the guy. Okay.
So that's important.
All right, so Renee. I'm listening. The world is listening. How are you talking to yourself as you putting on your foundation and your contour and you putting your red lipstick on, making sure, you know what I'm saying? Like your part ain't showing in the middle type shit. Like you doing all the things y'all do in the mirror.
Put them on the game.
Yeah.
So it got to be like this then. Like if I'm going to do the role play, because see this, let me explain something before I get into the role play. If I talk to her and she did all that, all right, well, go ahead if you're gonna do it. Cause see, you just be doing stuff and don't even. You gotta make sure, like it's certain things I can do it, but it's a way I would do it that might not go nowhere. So
she ducked the trash, cut the grass, and put her makeup on. So
yeah, she did all that. Then I'm gonna ask her to go out on a date that night. That night, and I'm just going on a couple dates. That's crazy.
Well, Bino, because she's a single mother, you had no clue she did none of that shit. You asked her. She said,
yeah, well, yeah, you got to explain it then. Go ahead.
You had no clue she did none of that. So, Renee, what does it sound like with you talking to yourself in the mirror to get from your masculine frame, taking out trash and lawn, you know, cutting the grass, to getting prepared for the date? What does that sound like to you in your head in the mirror? And go, Renee. Let's do it.
I'm about to get rewarded tonight, motherfuckers. Shit, I'm getting dressed up. I'm about to be a girl now. I was a nigga for a little bit. My house is straight. Now I can go out and be soft. He done asked me out. I ain't had to ask him what he doing tonight. He already called me. He called me. So I'm getting myself together, whatever that may be. Smoking, drink, whatever you need to do to get lit. And I'm about to look pretty for the night and be a female. You know what I'm saying? Be vulnerable and be wanted. Feel wanted.
Renee, what they say? What date means? Dick at the end. Okay, all right.
You might get rewarded. Who knows?
Right. I'm tired. I'm ready.
Heavy. Who else want to change out?
Heavy right there.
But let me say this. I want to say this about my friend, right? Because this is one of my actually good friends too, as well as Mona. Known him for years. Many, I mean, more than a decade. My friend is raised in a 2-parent household, and she really respects the sanctity of marriage and how she respects a woman's role and a man's role.
Okay.
She is, when I tell you, if I could put 2 women on, these would be the 2 women I'll put on with a good man. Not all my friends, absolutely fucking But these two particular, they know how to respect a male energy and things of that nature. They don't mind doing it all, but they don't want to do it all. You see what I'm saying? Like, yes, she would
That
get ready.
part.
I'm from a single parent household. I'm gonna tell you something. After I cut the grass and did it, what I did, I dumped the trash. I'm
Trash.
not going nowhere. I'm canceling. I am canceling tonight. I am canceling
that's a
tonight.
wrap.
I'm tired. You can come outside and sit in the car with me while I smoke a blunt and have my drink because I don't have the bandwidth to do all that.
And see,
But
for most women, most like that though. You feel me? Like,
no, but when
You know?
you've seen it and you've seen that type of compromise and sacrifice, yeah, we had to do this, we had to do that, but I know a good man when I see him, and I'm gonna give him the attention that I said I'm gonna follow through with what I said I was gonna do, just because he said he was gonna follow through.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I'm
And
telling
plus,
you,
he
That's
called.
fire. That's
He
fire.
called to remind her, hey, you know, he
we're
looks
still
forward
going out
to
tonight.
going
We
out
got
tonight.
reservations.
So
Right.
yeah, you might be a little tired. You know, for me,
Together.
yeah, I'm gonna say I'm sleepy. I'm tired. I'm ready to go to bed. Like my bedtime is 9:30. But if he is intentional, if he's intentional, like calling me, he's excited. That makes me excited. Like, oh, you know, that forget that I'm tired. I'm more excited to spend time with him now because now I get a little cute. I can be, you know, like Sheena said. I'm sorry, Renee up here today.
See, Renee.
Okay. Thank
That
you.
I can look pretty. I can be in my feminine energy. You know, he excited to take me on this date, to spend time with me. So yeah, it's all about the approach. If your approach is right, that woman gonna forget how tired she is,
Your
working all
intention.
day,
Right.
cutting grass.
Be intentional.
Can I gotta see, I'm the
Intentional.
only guy up here I'm not moderating, he moderating, and he ain't gonna say it. And I gotta speak for a lot of fellas when y'all say these things, right?
Go ahead.
I fucking with what y'all saying, but let me just say some shit, right?
Go ahead,
Like
be the devil's advocate.
for
Go.
one, yeah, because for one, that's fire, right? But the thing about that is when y'all doing that, knowing y'all tired, right? And I appreciate what y'all saying about what you recognizing about the dude, but it's almost gonna end up being like a trick bag. I feel like, you know, it's a big odds of being a trick bag because how long that's gonna occur, right?
That's an
So
obligation.
when he went right, but how long you're gonna do that though, right? You're doing it because y'all dating and you see a good man, but once you got him and you know you locked in with him, right? We already saying ain't no need for you to be cutting the grass no more or doing all that. He should be doing that. So like if you so happen to be in that position where y'all together and he be like, hey, y'all want to go out? You be like, in your mind, you be like this. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
this nigga
because
need
if
to
we
be
together,
goddamn,
nigga, why
even
the
if he
fuck am
not
I
staying
cutting the
there, nigga, you need to
grass?
be
No,
offering to
be
come over
together.
here and cut
Why
this
the fuck
goddamn
But
am I
grass,
you,
nigga.
cutting the
but then
grass
listen,
and
So
you
I just
said
want to
that
say
y'all
one
you,
more
cutting
thing.
go
grass?
So for me, I think even in them situations, I don't think it's good for a man to ask that. If I know that this is a single mom and she do this shit, automatically I know she's doing more to do it. I'm gonna be creating an offer. Hey, let me come over and cook for you. I'm not, because at the end of the day, I'm not gonna put myself in the trick bag and force her to have to do some shit. Like, and I think we do that as men, like that shit test shit. You feel what I'm saying? Like, to see if she's really fucking with me. No, she like that's you starting inconsiderate off the rip in my mind. And I'm
No,
talking from a man's
well,
point
I
of view.
thought you said this is the
You're not
first
coming to
date.
my house. I don't
Right.
know you. This is where my
Renee,
kids
I was
lay
about
their
to
Or
say,
you can,
head. Yeah, you're
okay,
not
well
coming to
that's
my
well,
home.
if we got those situations like that, then yeah. But like outside of those things, like nah, this nigga ain't coming to my crib, and motherfuckers thing. I'm just talking about the point of knowing somebody doing something that's tiresome, asking them to come out. That shit don't last, and then they be happy to do it. That shit don't last
Boy,
long, my
what you
nigga.
can do is, I know you're tired.
When
But
when
that
when
Let
was
me
you
a
go ahead
said
and
plan date. That was
DoorDash
a
what
you.
plan.
Let me
hold
go
on,
ahead
what
and
did you
DoorDash you
Or
your
DoorDash, or
favorite meal.
DoorDash. I'm not more so.
what
I'm not more so saying I need to come over your house. I was more so giving a different option that I feel like is considerate as a man. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
I totally get that, but I felt this was the first date. Then yes,
Exactly.
once I expressed to you what I did that day, then moving forward, you should be like, yo, next time, call me.
Oh, first date shit for sure. I thought y'all was just already dating.
Exactly.
No,
No,
this
this
is like
is
the
the
first
first
date.
date. Yeah.
It's the first date. Oh, okay. Well, I said
Yeah,
all that for
now
nothing.
trust me, moving forward,
Yeah.
you should
I
go
said all
ahead
that for
and
nothing. If it's the first date, then yeah.
now you made me feel even better. Like yes, do it,
No,
please, come
Yeah.
over.
My bad. Now I
moving
slash everything. I
forward.
said, hey, rewind this shit and delete that part because I thought y'all was just like in the dating phase already. A few dates in, shit like
We've
that.
been
Okay.
talking. That was our
No,
first.
First
moving
date.
forward, he's gonna suggest. He's gonna say, you know what? Don't worry about cutting the grass. anymore, or paying somebody to cut that damn grass. He gonna come over and cut it for you.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
for sure.
You touched the cord.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why I did it that way, right? Because honestly, that's how it's gonna go, right? Y'all are single mothers, whether you're dating or not. That man is not all the way tapped in with what your daily duties are gonna be. So that's why it was important, based on what Avian said, that hey, getting from your masculine bag back in your feminine bag, it might be that quick to where we talking on the phone, we've been vibing for a few months. I'm like, yo, I got this reservation. Woo, woo. I don't know that you ain't take out your trash for the week. I have no fucking clue how high your grass is. So that's why it was more real, because it might happen that way for y'all. Y'all might be talking for a while. He might set up something without telling you, yo, I know you said you won't do nothing this weekend. So Friday I booked, woo, 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 right? So it really might go down that way, to where you still got to take care of your household and find a way to get back in your feminine bag. And that's why I wanted the scenario to be that way, because it will happen like that in real life. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the first date. Now I know he'll be more considerate, you know, because he kind of know your schedule. But if you kind of told him, if he asked you, let's say Sunday, Monday, like, yo, you gonna be free this weekend? You like, yeah. You don't know what he asked you that for.
But
I hey, listen, you right though, Stella. But you know what the women gonna do? They ain't gonna cut the grass that goddamn Saturday.
Man on the phone for about 3 weeks before you even schedule the first date.
There you go. Y'all know each other.
Because then you know my routine. I do this when I get home. I cannot talk between 5 and 8. I am busy being the Uber or whatever I'm doing. And now 8 o'clock, I'm winding down, took my shower. Now I can communicate now. So as I tell my friends, it's about a man that can fit into your routine, especially when you are a single mother. You have to fit into my routine.
Hey, listen, now the routines got to match, because you're right, and I won't go and say that.
If you're a single father, then our routines will match. But if you're a father,
I'm building off you. I'm not rebutting you. Yeah, I'm not rebutting you. I'm not rebutting you at all. I'm agreeing with you though. And Strata right what he's saying, but it's like, because I'm like that too. Like, it ain't no woman I'm out here meeting and within a week I'm asking on a date. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Because there's a lot of reasons why. You feel what I'm saying? Not just because I'm a father, but because a lot of regular everyday shit and the way I date. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm going to, even before the first date, I'm going to know your routine. Like, that's how I'm dating. We're going to have to, and we can't chop it up for a month without goddamn 3 weeks or 2, whatever, you know what I'm saying? However it works. Now, we might can't come across each other company within that time, maybe, but I'm just saying for the most part, now even with my career, we probably won't. It probably will be a few weeks. But like, I ain't even taking nobody out, you know what I'm saying, like that on the first week. So I'm going to know your routine.
Shout out to Toya. She said, "Oh no, that grass."
Yeah, that's why I see. I tell you, they gonna cut the grass that day.
Let me touch on that comment right here, right? So even if I've told you that I've paid someone to cut my grass for the last 2 weeks, I'm paying. As my husband just said, "Oh, you're paying." I need you at some point to step in and be like, "Hey, baby, I got a whole lawnmower right here.
John Deere. Yeah, I got
keep that $50. Let me go ahead and run. I mean, can't run it like they run it, but I can run it though. Well, your grass ain't got to be high. You know what I'm saying? It's just that intention. Let me say, "Oh no, we good," or "It's good." Let me say that. But at least put it out there and say, "I'm willing to help."
But you know
in this way, it's very simple shit. It's very simple.
Yeah, but the whole thing is,
I agree. Let me save $120 a month from not cutting my.
Because let me tell you this:
gotta pay my grass.
The guys, y'all can meet a woman to this day. Hold on, y'all can meet a woman to this day, right? And she tell y'all, "Oh, well, you know, I'm kind of with somebody, whatever. But hold on, this is my grass man on the other line, right?" And you can be like, "You got a grass man, but you just said you was involved with someone. Your nigga ain't cutting your grass. That's your end. That is your end. This off the rip, you have to understand as these flags. We're talking about these flags. That's a red flag. This nigga is not even paying attention.
Yeah, but a real man
to what he's right, because a real man is going to come over and be like, "Baby, I got a lawnmower. I can cut your grass."
So yeah, I agree, right? So I agree with y'all, right? I agree with you, right?
We'll get the husband after you, Bino. Go ahead.
Huh?
We're gonna get the husband in after you, but go ahead.
But that's if she lets you know where she live at.
You got it, Bino. The floor is yours, bro.
Yeah. So I I forgot. Shit, I don't know.
So you off with that?
Yeah, so I agree with you. I agree with you, right? I agree with you all. You talking so like what a man do. So let me ask you a question, right? married, you married, even though you got other women. If a man do that and he come and do that, what should a woman do to show reciprocation for that?
Well, see, I'm a different type of woman. Let's put that out there.
Doctor.
Because shut the fuck up. I'm a different type of woman.
Y'all funny.
You're not gonna know where I live. That's never gonna happen. So I'm devil's advocate.
No, we hypothetically, we ain't gotta talk. We ain't gotta talk anecdotally.
Before I tell nigga
No. We talking to an audience. So I'm not precisely talking to. I'm just saying. I said that's why I said what you think a woman should do. So in general, right? Hypothetically, in these situations that we talking right now,
well,
what you think a woman should do?
To a brother of mine she said she had somebody cutting her grass. I think you need to get in her good grace. I mean, at least give the effort of saying, well, I know how to cut grass. I'm just put it out there. I know how to cut grass. I can cut your grass. You can save that money. I'm not saying she's going to receive that. As my husband said, he said they ain't doing nothing with them kids at daycare. I was like, oh, I was not like, oh yeah. I was like, that's fine. That's why I pay. I don't give a crap. I'm just saying, put it out there. It's the intention.
All right, I get that. I get that part.
Us as women are looking for intention. I'm not necessarily going to grasp.
That's not what I'm asking, though, Avian.
I'm not a thirsty ass bitch. Like whoever said, I got my own money. I can pay, but it's just the intention and the thought that you said, hey,
but after
I come to cut your grass.
After he does it, though.
Thank you, but no. But as a woman's mind, we think like, oh, but he said he was gonna cut my grass. I mean, maybe in a few months or so, if I give him the access or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that you offered and you were thinking past your own comfort or whatever. Like you would say, okay, well, I'll come over and do that. It's just that intentional thought process. And I'm not trying to put you on game because I feel like I'm gonna put niggas on game.
Adrian, you gotta finish the thought though. What's the reciprocation that you offer for him?
Oh, well, if you're doing that, then if I had to cut the grass and the trash, then I'm definitely going to show up for the date with my makeup on, my outfit on. Things are going to be different. Like if you're showing me intention, then I have to show you the same intention of showing up, even though in my single motherhood, because I've been a single mother, I'm fucking tired. I just want to lay in this bed, stare at this TV, and zone the fuck out because everybody's asleep now. Now I have to get up, get dressed, put my shit on.
Find a babysitter.
Get my ass
babysitter.
But that ain't what you did.
And then show up and be intentional. Because you showed me intention.
What she do, bro? What she do, bro?
That's absolutely what I did.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. Don't put you on the game.
Or even if I wasn't in the mood to go out because my kids was young. I can't leave my kids and I don't always have a babysitter. But what you can do is you can pull up, park in the parking lot. We can go and sit in that car. We can listen to this music real quick. We can vibe real quick. We can talk real quick. And I can go back on the inside. That's all I'm saying. It's about intention. Being intentional. Okay, you don't have to have all the money. But
with me having to be the only dude up here, I'm going to say this, right? If dudes coming through, ladies, and they doing that, you better have some cold ass lemonade. If the nigga like Bud Light, you better have some cold ass Bud Light, and you better have some good ass fucking food. That you saying thank you and smiling and coming out in some little ass fucking house shorts don't mean a goddamn thing.
Exactly.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that either she needs, if you're dating in the process of dating, he come over and cut your grass. Yes, you should have maybe cook something or have something. And if you don't want to cook because you've been cleaning the house and he cut the grass, take him out to eat and you pay. You know what I'm saying? Like let him know that.
You go get
But us as single mothers, we already cooked. We done cooked already.
Right. So
we got a plate. I got a plate.
Yeah, bring a plate.
But don't have that plate with an attitude because I don't like your attitude.
You can fit.
Here's your plate. I'm good. I didn't even want to fix this. I done fixed. Who said they had 5 kids? This is the 6th plate I done fixed today. I'm sleeping.
Hey, listen, just let y'all know we have hit the 2-hour mark, and at this point in the show, I'm gonna drop our StreamYard link to our audience. Also, just to let everybody on the panel know, if you got something else going on and you got to kind of cut early, this is the time to do it. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all. Y'all can continue to have a conversation. Again, y'all are still welcome to stay up here. But I do want to give our audience a chance to come up at this time, ask questions, give feedback if they got it, right? But we're going to keep having a conversation, but we at the 2-hour mark, so I definitely want to continue out maybe for another 30, 45 minutes, possibly an hour if y'all cool with it. But at this time, I want to thank you all for coming up here for having part 1 of the conversation, because there will be a part 2. We ain't got through with like 2 questions, right? So I definitely need y'all back. But I definitely want to give our audience and everybody on YouTube and Facebook a chance to either ask you all questions directly based on your scenario or kind of speak to what they've heard so far. We're going to keep going. But again, if you all need to cut out, it's my, thank you in advance. But we're going to keep going through the show. But I just want to make sure everybody understands what we're doing.
I would just like to say, anybody that's looking for a great woman, Mona and Sheena, I've just met Brittany. She seems like a great woman as well. Get in their DMs. Talk to them nicely.
You said get in them DMs.
Talk to them nicely.
I like how she said
We respond to them because we don't go nowhere. We have kids taken. We don't go nowhere. Talk to them nicely. Have an intelligent conversation that means something. Not what you're doing and where you at. And Grand Wise and Queen. We don't care about that.
Hey, Britt, Mona, if y'all want to drop y'all social media, we'll drop it in the chat.
Yeah, we'll drop it.
Yeah, because these is nice girls, and as women, we all women here, and a couple of men here, even y'all men can relate. We had.
Why did you put that up there? See, you messy, Strada.
Yeah, come on, Brandy D.
No, I'm talking about what CJ said. Like, don't even give him that energy.
But when you a nice woman and you have things going for yourself, you need decent men that have things going for themselves. And it's not
if they decent.
If they decent, right? Because don't come at me with that. Because
that's just like women. I mean, shit,
men too. Because I feel like DJ Strada, nice guy, got goals in life. Bino. Taking care of his kids, got goals in life. Jazz, speaking very highly. Come correct. Lady J got a man. She said, we gonna get a announcement soon on the podcast of, we have done it, and that's great and that's awesome. Just Black love, and if you really want love and if you really aspire to that, you gotta grow. You have to grow. When I found love, I went in a season of no communication. And what's crazy is I lost, I had twins. So I gained like 80 pounds. And then I had got in my season, I lost probably 90 pounds, right? And I had got healthy and I had got clear in my mind, no drinking, no smoking. Not that I'm doing that now, I'm just saying I had gotten into a clear mind and into my spirit, into my word, because I'm to my number anybody else is do that, but I got into my Bible and was studying and everything like that, and that's when I felt like I was more available to meet someone when I had a clear mind. So that is my.
I like that. That's solid.
Right.
That's solid,
have a clear mind. You know what I'm saying? Be intentional with everything that you do. 1 kid. 2 kid, 3, 4, 5. I don't give a darn. Because as long as you are taking care of your kids, somebody will see you and respect you for what your hard work is doing. So I respect that. I respect all y'all, honestly.
Likewise, we love y'all, man. We appreciate y'all being up here, man. This is beautiful. Lady J, just to let you know, I'm a wedding DJ.
Okay, come on, cuz.
Just let you know.
All right, thank you.
Already see that manifestation. She said, "I don't know when it's coming, but it's about to come."
Straight up, so you need.
I know that's right.
To give you an SPS discount type shit, but I definitely DJ weddings. Just throwing that out there. We definitely support Black love.
Go ahead and say congratulations to your engagement, okay? Because it's happening.
Yeah.
So again, man, we wait till our next question. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I think this is a good one. Okay. I think this is a good question to pause and wrap up after this question, if y'all are comfortable with that. Again, the link is dropped in the chat, so if my mom will come up and get some feedback, that's cool. But this has been a solid conversation. So I'm going to ask this question, then we'll probably get to the wrap it up for the evening. We at 9:30. That's a solid time. Again, after this question, if y'all want to keep going, again, I got like 12 more, so we ain't gonna run out of questions. We'll see where y'all at with it. You know what I mean? But I like great potent.
Gotta get Jazz and Kiki in there, man. They've been sliding through.
I've been sliding through because I ain't been really applying that pressure of asking everybody individually. But it's cool. I like how we've been flowing with it. Matter of fact, let's start with them, bro. They have been quiet, and she dropped off. See, Jazz?
But Kiki's still there though.
Yeah, Kiki's still here. I bet. So let's start with Kiki first, and then we'll let anybody else answer the question after Kiki goes. So, Kiki, are single mothers more in love with the idea of marriage or the actual work that it takes to be married? Are single mothers more in love with the idea of marriage versus the work of being married? And this ain't necessarily pertaining to you all. I'm talking about your friends, your aunties, the people in your family. When you all are looking out in the world and we see, black women that look like us with kids, do y'all think they're more in love with the idea of love and marriage versus the work it takes to sustain marriage? Kiki, you there?
She might be frozen.
Yeah, she might be frozen. Anybody else want to take a stab at the question?
I mean, I think a lot of. Oh, go ahead,
Lady J.
Yeah, I was just gonna say maybe for other women, some women rather, I think it's the idea of the marriage. And I guess I would say like, I can't talk about nobody else's marriage or how it should go or anything like that. But I think like if they are more so focused on the idea of marriage, they think that, get in the ring and that's all that it entails or whatever like that. They like, okay, I'm married, so hey, look at this or whatever. But then when it comes down to the work to actually do to be in the marriage, then they like, okay, what do I do now? I wasn't looking for this. I don't know how to take this. And you might say, why do I say that? And I'm not married. I've just seen from, I guess, my parents being married for so long that I know, like I say, every marriage is different. But from just watching them, I feel like that, of course, I see that the work that it takes for a marriage and not just the idea of it.
Solid.
and I think some people think when you get married, everything's supposed to change. Everything's supposed to be like sunny blue skies, rainbow. It's a pot of gold at the end. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what some people have that they think, oh, once we get married, like, no. When I was married, I was tripping over my ex-husband's shoe before we got married. Guess what? I was still tripping on the motherfucker when we did get married. He didn't start cleaning up and moving shit out the way because we got married. You know what I'm saying? There was no change in behavior. So it really need to start prior to. I think a lot of times as kids, we always like, oh, I want to get married. We always in our head with like the white dress and the whole thing. So that's what we saw. But like she said, the work behind it, like, okay, now we married, now what? You know what I'm saying? I don't walk down the aisle, I got pretty, now what? So if you already had issues going into the marriage, your issues are still there. So I think a lot of it is make sure you are solid prior to. And I think that's the reason why a lot of marriages don't work.
But see, Brent, for me, it's like I ask myself, right? Like, where do we find the balance at, right? Because it go from like I agree with you, y'all. Like it go from the ideal of marriage to understanding the marriage and things like that, right? But like I think we done overcorrected somewhat for a lot of us. I almost want to say majority probably done overcorrected because it's almost like it's even when people are in a relationship and everything be happy-go-lucky, like everything be smooth and they get married pretty fast. Let's say they get married within a year or two. They had a solid, like just dope-ass relationship. Then they get married and then real relationship shit start to happen. And then they don't even know how to motherfucking handle it because it's almost seeming like they'll get, because the numbers show this. Why I'm also, when I'm also saying it's also based on numbers with is what is the word? Irreceptive. Yeah, differences and some shit where they couldn't compromise basically, and then motherfuckers get divorced. So then it's that, right? But then you got the other half where it's like motherfuckers get into a relationship and they might come across bumps in the road and they break up because we do this red flag thing. Soon somebody do this, soon do that. Like you don't even work through a relationship that you might have. I mean, work through a problem you might have in the relationship, so you don't even end up getting married. And then that's a lot what's going on today. Like, because we almost want to get into a relationship, everything be peaches and cream to a point. We talked about the grass, we talked about what we want for the women, all this other shit, right? But shit happens in relationships too. And if we break up in relationships, we'll never see the day we get married. So one and the two is happening a little bit too much, which are both overcorrections.
That's a fact.
So where it's like almost like where we find the balance in that. You feel me? As a people, as a whole, as a community, you know what I'm saying? As a community.
Well, as
real quick,
as a married person, you have to, first of all, you have to be friends. You have to be actually best friends, because love will fade, attraction fades, things happen, things fade. But if you are good friends, then as same grace you give your damn homeboys, your damn homegirls, you give that to your spouse. But and when you've been together for, talk about long periods of time, there are changes that happen. There's growth that happens. There's regressions that happens. There's midlife crises that happens and things of that nature. So you have to have a solid foundation. Like, even there is grief. We can talk about grief that happens. Somebody passed away. Your mother, your father, both my parents passed away in the midst of my marriage. So, there's grief that happens. There's things that happens that causes the person to react in a certain way. So you have to have that solid foundation first before, let's just talk about getting married in the retrospect of it all. Oh yeah, let's get married because we're in love at this particular moment. But the foundation has to be set, because the house can't stand without the foundation. But also you have to understand that people will change. Things will happen and people will change. People will go through ages. So when I met my husband, I was 28. I'm 40 years old now. I can never be the same way I was at 27 or 28 as I am at 40. So there are changes that will come, and you have to be solid enough in your relationship to maneuver. And if you're not solid enough, get some counseling, get some help. I'm not opposed to getting counseling and help to maneuver through these particular changes that will occur, because there are going to come. So you have to be solid in your relationship and know that, okay, I want to make this work or try to make this work. But as Mona would say, it takes two willing parties. Both people have to decide that, okay, we're going to make this particular thing work. One person can't do it on their own. It don't work that way. Two people have to decide, okay, we're in a bad season. We're in our ebbs and flows, and we have to decide to make it work. So if it's not going to work, it's because it didn't work out. And so I have enough love for you, and maturity is I have enough love for you to understand that we don't belong together. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and be happy. I'm gonna go over here and be happy. We're gonna either co-parent and be happy and separately. But it's selfish to try to hold on to a relationship that's toxic, that's not going nowhere. It's not. So I don't. My friends that got divorced and everything, I get it. You're not gonna hold on to that toxic relationship. I want you to go and be happy. Either find somebody or don't. If that's your mission, if it's not, whatever your mission is, accomplish it.
Now, I know my phone went out. Did when you was talking about the fast track, did anybody say that they didn't see them in every season? I think that's the reason why. Some of those marriages. Okay, I just want to make sure that was said. Okay.
Yeah, it's a season. It's seasons that you go through. This person might be going through this. This is their season they going through. You gave them grace, and they didn't give you grace, and you gave them grace. It's about that. How you going to build together?
No, it's about you building together, but it's also everybody missing the bigger picture on that. Everybody talking about growing, but nobody's talking about growing together. But the Bible tells you to grow together. The Bible tells you to grow together. Everybody can say, well, I'm trying to grow. Are we trying to grow, or are you trying to grow? Because people start growing and they don't start talking. That's where that communication go. You're going to end up growing apart. And I hate to say that. You're going to grow apart because the person that always talk about growing, that person is not thinking about growing with you. They're thinking about themselves. Get rid of the selfish person. Because that shit right there is no I in a marriage. It's always.
I think that's us women. I think women.
That's.
I feel like we need to look up statistics of that. How many women leave the man?
Okay, but listen. No, hold on. I hear what
we be like.
No. That's too much internet shit. That's too much internet shit that we hear on the internet bashing men and men bashing women. No, let's go back. You have to grow together. You have to communicate. You don't do shit by yourself. We do it together. When you start doing the shit, that's why when you start looking at spiritually, when you start doing shit by yourself, you wonder why your shit is fucked up. Because you're doing it by yourself. By yourself.
But be more specific within your relationship, though. So you are doing it by yourself.
So what we said
in the relationship. That's not
Eve's
work.
curse. Eve's curse and Adam's curse.
Hold on,
right?
hold on.
No.
But hold on. I hear everything that everybody's saying, right? But you're in control of your own destiny in your relationship. So we can't keep saying, oh, this is it. You can make things better if you want it. Two people
gotta want it.
If you don't want it, it's not going to be right. So when you get on the spiritual thing, if you don't push your significant other to try to do that, and you're doing it on your own, that's why your relationship is fucked up, because you're doing it by yourself.
Let me add to that real quick. So I've asked y'all, I haven't expressed to you all that don't know me, my scenario. I was married for 7+ years. I got a beautiful 5-year-old daughter. We were divorced. We co-parent now, right? I'm in a relationship. She's in a relationship. We're both fast-tracked to both be remarried, right? So to your point, I'll say that in my first marriage, that's one of the things that I could have done better, right? Like I always known God, but putting it in daily practice, like being in the word a little better, that's something that, I'm more spiritually grounded this time around, right? So keeping the commandments, just staying in the word, I think that'll help me the second time around. I'm still hopeful, right? But to y'all's point, I totally agree with what you're saying, is that doing it by yourself and dragging your partner to the finish line, it's going to always end up being messy.
Yep.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like it gets tumultuous. So I totally agree with what you're saying, that, you all have to definitely walk. Now, if you're not spiritual, this doesn't apply to you. But again, if you are tapped into something higher than yourself and you're submitted to something greater than yourself, leaning on your creator and the bylaws and the testaments of people that's been before you does help resolve those small things, right? And
it does.
Making sure y'all align that way. And even if you don't have that background, because we on the internet, right? So I got to be real. Making sure that you all have plans in place to make sure you're still locking steps. So these check-ins, communications, I'm pretty sure y'all do that all the time. Yeah, like that's super important. Yeah. So I just want to add that part into it.
You're right. You touched on a very good point of your check-ins. Like how's your mental health today? How is your spirit today?
Right.
How you feel today? Those are very important points to tap in when you're with someone, even if you're not married, just with someone, period. Because I just know what your mental state is today, because I don't want to trigger you. I don't want to push you. I might be in a mood. So but that takes that level of maturity. That's a strong level of maturity.
It take that maturity, but it also go back to what I said. The ones who married are the ones who are staying together. You go to bed together, right? Stop, put the phone down, put everything down. Communicate about your day. Communicate about what you're going through. Let that person know, because sometimes you could be with somebody and you will be blinded because you don't even know what the fuck going on.
But that goes back to the single mothers, right? We're so used to laying down in our bed by our goddamn self, turning on the goddamn show, zoning the fuck out, just trying to mentally decompress of just feeling the day of the, and not even watching TV, but just trying to just breathe. And now somebody's in your ear. How do you feel today? It's like,
but hold on.
I don't want to talk about how I feel today.
Yeah, but
I just want to stare.
Vice versa. It might be that guy.
I freaking silence.
And I'm gonna give that.
It might be that guy
I
who will
want
not
to
want
read
to talk
my
like that.
book. I want to not say bullshit.
But you know what?
When
No, but the whole
I'm
thing
still
is this.
growing and learning.
That's good. But the whole thing is, y'all women want a good man. Treat your good man right, and you will get what you want. Bullshit, and you will be divorced. I'm gonna tell you that, and that's real talk.
You gotta get married first.
That's real. That's real talk. You got to get rid of your bullshit ways.
My theory about divorce is there's also a party that has more invested into divorce than others. I don't ever feel like it's 50-50 in divorce. I feel like it's 70-30, 60-40.
But people get tired of bullshit. You can't keep using the same thing about, and my husband. I'm
the second wife. I am the second wife.
Yeah, you are, and I can put that out there. But the whole thing is this: you keep complaining about, oh, I was a single mother, but you got that man now. Treat that man the way you want to be treated, and it will be right. I'm trying to tell you.
I want to let y'all talk, but let's address this. In 11 years together, we're still having the conversation about me being a single mother mentality.
Okay.
I have never
bring y'all back up to have this conversation.
We're still having the same 11 years together. We're still having that PTSD from being a single mom.
That means you get it's.
I'm in therapy.
But see, it's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with telling.
I'm working on it.
There's nothing wrong with telling your man.
That's my truth.
Or your significant other, whoever it is. Hey, look, that's the problem I have. Then that man can work with you, not against you.
If that man will work with you. Let's bring it back to the point. Hold on, I got something to say. I want to cut it.
Go ahead, Mom.
It's all wonderful and great that two people are willing to work together. But if two people are not, if that other spouse of yours is not willing to have that conversation, like, how is your day? How is your mental? And they avoid it, that's a red flag. That you need to not continue that relationship with that person, because that is, like Brittany has stated, if this person is doing this right now in the dating phase or relationship phase, when you get married, it's not going to change. If that person not willing to do the work, like go to therapy, right? Let's go to marriage counseling. Let's go to premarital counseling. Let's go to just counseling in a relationship and work on those differences. If they're not willing to do it, they're not going to do it. So you have to find that willing body, that willing person to work with you through those difficulties before marriage.
Okay. I like it. Hold on, y'all. We're gonna clear this floor real quick. Y'all can definitely stay on, but I want to get our guest in. Like I said, we love our chat. They keep it real with us. They listen to the conversation. So I like y'all to give a round of applause for Scan. What's up, brother? How you doing this evening?
All is well. What's going on?
Good. You've been listening for about 2 hours and a half. Give us some of your thoughts. If you got questions you need to clarify, y'all kind of got the floor as our guests to kind of come up, ask some clarifying questions, give your thoughts, and then of course I'll give my panelists a chance to respond in kind. What you got for us, bro?
What's going on, people? It's my first time ever coming to the internet. It's all this conversation.
Me too.
There you go. Don't believe it. You scam likely.
How much? Speaking
you
of
lying?
Internet, yeah, I'm lying. Absolutely. But no, how much? Because there's women I date, women I know that's regular friends. I asked them this the last couple of years. What are y'all hearing across the? Because I know what dudes. I know what dudes are saying they're running across, and I can tell when they're telling the truth and when they're lying because I just know. What are women actually getting on the other side of that dinner? Those of you who are actively dating, what are these dudes talking about? Real life.
Ladies, what are y'all hearing on these dates? What are they talking about in real life?
I ain't been on a date yet, so I can't answer. So maybe
I don't know. I haven't dated since my last relationship, so I don't know.
You are so beautiful. You mean you haven't been on a date?
No, we ain't got past the talking stage. They just be so.
Because did you?
So what are they talking about?
You talk for 2 weeks.
What are they talking about? I guess it's nobody.
They ain't talking nothing. I just made a post on Facebook. I'm so sick of, hey, how you doing? And you like, and then they'll be like, oh, I'm good, and then it's dry, and I had to just make up something. Well, how was your day? It was good. Like I'm like, what the fuck? And then I might ask another question. It's 24 hours, nothing, unmatched, because I ain't got time to sit around and wait. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like. So
because you got too much shit on your plate, I ain't got time for grand rising.
So we can, if we write a book, game 1-on-1, we can probably and we still got to write books on this shit. We probably can get rich, huh? Okay.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, I think the ultimate question is, like we just said, is how do you feel today? What's your mental like? Actual question that has not an open-ended question. They teach you this at work. I don't need to open the question. How's your day? Fine.
Y'all know the problem though.
Yeah,
but hold on. Real. Y'all know the problem with that though, Britt.
I want to get this question answered real quick though to the ladies, and then we'll get to you, Bino. So
I just want to create a quick statement. I just want to say one quick statement just to her shit. Just what Britt said. A lot of dudes don't be well-rounded mentally. Niggas don't be brought. And if you're not well rounded, if you don't have a pleather, if you don't have like a scripted word you can use, them niggas only know how to say, "Hey, how you doing? I'm good. Oh, what's up with you?" Niggas don't be smart. I'm just all I'm gonna say. That's the ones y'all be running into. Cause dudes that are well rounded, dudes that you know what I'm saying are broad in life, they gonna come up with some shit to say now. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I
That's
wanted to get
witty,
to.
shit like
That's
that. You know.
that's exactly what I wanted to say. Like talking about current events. Oh, I mean, he watched the news. He read. He know what's
Come on,
going on with the
Renee.
government. You showing me, you know, what I'm saying your intellect. And then we could talk about funny things we saw on TV. Your background. What's your favorite comedy show? And we could talk about stuff like that. Something to make some entertainment, you know, but also showing us a serious side that you do know what the fuck going on
But
Mhm.
in the
Renee,
world.
can you speak to what they're actually saying to you, either on dates or in conversation? I think that would scare
Yeah,
somebody. What do
we
they
just be
actually
talking
do?
about, you know, CNN, when they saw CNN current events with the, you know, anything doing with law, or if you're talking about investments, what we're looking at doing, you know, in the future. We won a lottery, what we do with our money, you know, things like that. Or also just talking about entertainment. You saw this show, you seen this movie, what's your favorite movie? What's your likes? What's your dislikes?
So
Things
is
of
that
that
what they're
nature.
doing, or that's what you want them to do? That's what they're
That's what
currently
they
doing.
do.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
for
Hmm.
intellectual conversation purposes, if you want a woman that has intellect, we need to have intellectual conversations.
Okay. I like it. I like it. Any other ladies want to add something to what they're actually experiencing out here in the world? Y'all good? All right, Bino.
Uh,
Love.
Peace out. You know.
I was gonna add something, and Bino just went out. Just I thought we was cool. Now I'm playing. but howdy, y'all. Look, I was over here listening y'all while working my other job. You know, hashtag single mom. Two job it. You know what I mean?
X, what's good with you?
Hey, but you know, one thing that I will say is that I've changed because I'm 38, and the area that I live in is close to the army base, so there is still that army community as well as retired men, and I had been talking to men in that caliber because I will say, with them being a little bit older than me, like there's been some understanding. Like I don't have to explain to the retired man who's probably already have kids or his kids are already going out the door what my life is like. For one, when it comes to like looking at prospects or somebody that I just may want to have some time with, I'm not, because just to sometimes just to get away from the life that I have right now with being a mom. I have a friend who was like, you know, I just want you to have a moment of being free from what you're going through. As far, not to say like, you know, I'm going through no Sealy type stuff, but just like he's like very like, hey, I want you to have a good time. I don't want you to think about, you know, the kids or whatever. As far as if there's anything really, really going on, I want you just to be escape from that for a moment. And there's no explanation. Like if something happened and I'm pretty considerate. Like if we made plans and I can't make it, I'm very considerate with being able to be like, hey, you know, but he makes it known like, hey, you over there, because my kids are young, and me and him don't talk like that no more. But when we were like in that stage, he was
And I
like,
say,
hey,
how young are your kids?
uh my daughter just turned 10 and my son just turned 6. So he understood. Like I never had to, like he was like, you ain't gotta explain nothing to me. Like straight up, he was like, you over there with your kids. He was like, you know, so that conversation and how I interacted with him was so much different than dealing with somebody my age or somebody younger, because I have had younger men hit on me and I've been like, hey, you got look, hey, and look, they do stuff like this is what they say. Oh, I like kids, bro. Don't say that. Do not say that. That was not the. If you thought that was your way in, that was not. Matter of fact, go get your own. Look, don't look. Nah. But and even that, like tailoring the type of men that I'm looking for. Like I honestly do look at someone who has kids or understand that life. Because like I said, I don't have to explain that to them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to explain that. They already understand. So the conversation is different on that level. I would say that much. There's not a lot of explaining. I ain't got to tell, oh, I had to go get this and none of that. None of that.
So friend, so you just came in, but I had said that earlier. I was like, was very intentional that I was not dating any man that didn't have kids. Because he was not going to understand my lifestyle and my routine. So I mean, I didn't know what it looked like as far as like I know he ain't gonna have more than this baby mom, whatever. I don't even know, but it was just that he has to have kids and he has to be involved in his kids' life so that he can understand my lifestyle. So when I say, hey, such is sick, such needs a hug today.
What that means.
I cannot make it.
Yeah.
And you understand that, and you pull up on the sideline, bringing McDonald's for the kids, so I can come outside and sit with you in the car. So
yes, girl, look, that right there.
Maybe we cannot go out, but we can definitely chill, hang out.
Yes.
Sit in this car, vibe off this music. The kids on 8. They gon' I done gave them a bath, they going on the bed. But now we outside, we chilling, vibing.
I like it.
Look, he even told me, he was like, because I was gonna run to because unless I need it on my phone, I don't get it. I'm not the best tech savvy person. He was like, why don't you download that McDonald's app? You get all the points and stuff. Get you. He was like, oh, we download the app. Why are you doing all that?
I like it. Hold on, real quick, Alexis. Let's get Scam to follow up because I'm pretty sure you asked that question for a reason. And then Alexis, I'm gonna come back to you to kind of get your thoughts. If you got any questions for the ladies,
no problem. Thank you.
Sure, absolutely. But Scam, do you have a follow up behind why you were asking what the men are saying to these ladies, or you have a thought that goes out why you opened that way?
No, I heard talk like some of it was expectations. The guys making this, making that, which that's not really from, I am about that, right. But also the men who don't care about the kids, they just want some of you, or they want what they want. The men who, or is there an expectation? Just things that I was kind of hearing as I'm listening. I'm like, hold up, this is way over here. This over here. Is it like, is some other, or have a conversation with a guy? Are you slamming him on the first date? What are your goals for the next 5 years? Let me see your W-2s, your fingerprints, and then what's your ambition level like? Is it 1? Is it 2? Like, is it so much over? Or what are you going to do with my 4, 8, and 12-year-old? What do you think about being a stepdad? Like, is it like that from day one and they don't answer the question right, you throw them away? Is it them ducking the questions on it after 6 months? Like, hearing some of what y'all are saying, what does this really look like that's going on? That's kind of what I was trying to get.
Good question. So, ladies, when y'all are out here dealing with,
I'm just throwing stuff, but you get what I'm saying.
Oh, absolutely. So, ladies, based on what Scam is asking, what is it like in real life, in real practice? Because again, y'all got to understand that we love our YouTube family. We all over the world with it. You know what I'm saying? And so having y'all up here was definitely a pleasure. It was a refresher because we're used to hearing the same things over and over. So to the ladies that are on the panel, my question to y'all is, what does this look like in real time? How does this actually transfer to what you all are doing or trying to do? Any real life examples would be great to give the context. And anybody can answer this, but I do need an answer to that question because it's very important.
I guess I'll start off. So I'm had to hop off in a little bit. So when I'm asking those type of questions, I do ask like, do you have kids? And they might say yes, and they might tell me a little bit if they're involved. I'm using that as like a little vetting process. They say, oh yeah, I see them. If I don't spend no time with them, that's kind of red flag. I've also asked like, what do you do for a living? If they say this and they be like, oh, I just started this new job. I'm like, well, what did you do before? Like, I'm trying to figure out stability because I'm looking at that. If you just job hopping, if you can't be stability, again. The people that I'm asking, I don't even think they answer around my age. So if you're not stable at this age, I'm a little weary. Like maybe we don't need to talk because if you can't be stable in your job, you can have a stable relationship. So that's how I kind of use my gauge when I'm asking those questions. I really don't start to say, what's your 5-year goals? Because that's not my first question when I am talking to them, trying to get to know them.
Anybody else want to add to that? That was dope. I appreciate that, Britt. Anybody else want to add to how does this actually play out in the real world? Y'all good?
I
Go ahead. What you got?
I don't know, like, because now I am talking to somebody that's like, and I'm just like, I let him know. I was like, yo, I got, because we met through a mutual friend. I was like, I got kids, and he actually is a little younger than me, and he don't have no kids. And I actually tried to like, hey, why don't you like date someone that you can have that with? Because that's I feel like I don't want to siphon him from that experience of having children, because regardless on how me and the father of my children ended, I do think that's important. And so right now, because he's still adamant, like, kids is not a deal breaker with me, and I still want to get to know you. So in the pretense that he already knew this situation, because we met through a mutual friend and we knew each other through that, right now our conversations are really just getting to know each other outside of that, because he already knew what I was coming with. I've tried to give him like, and he's still like, nah, I'm interested. I'm like, okay, dog. But, yeah, I really was, because I think that, especially for a man, and he younger than me, so I was like, I want you to have it. And he did ask me about what about having children with me, but I will stay. And that's why I was like, so like kind of hating earlier, like, dang, I couldn't be up there. But one of the things that I did, because I have 2 kids with my children's father, he's the only man I have kids with. That's it. And I got my tubes tied. When I saw that thing, like, you know what I'm saying? When I first had, I was like, no, what? First of all, I only wanted 2 kids. But then I was like, nah, because for whatever reason, I didn't want that attached to me. Like, I will be honest, it does seem to go over a little bit differently with men that have talked to me when I tell them I have kids, and because they ask, like, you got kids? After that, they say, how many? If you say you got more than one child, the next question is, how many baby daddies do you have?
So you actually hearing it in real life?
Yes, in real life. Yes. That is a real question.
I think that's because tied
that you
too.
said that
Can I ask you a
because
personal question? Is how old are you?
I'm 38.
See, I have several friends that have told me they have, want to tie their tubes and tie their tubes. My thing is, I feel like that's a decision that you make when you're with somebody with. Well, also, I can't make a statement on what you do with your body, but my thing is, when you're with someone and you guys do not want to have any kids together, that's fine. But you can literally meet your man out here at 40, 42, and you still have your body T, because you're working out and you're keeping your body right. And he says, I want to have a baby. You have a baby. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But my thing is, we are tying our tubes before we have met our man du jour. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I will say this, because, well, and like I said, when I thought about tying my tubes anyway, I thought about because I was with my children's father at the time, and I had asked him, because I honestly only wanted 2 kids, and I looked up, I got the girl and the boy. the first, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, we good. Like, either way, I was like, we good. And I asked him how he felt, and he said, yeah, I'm good too. I don't, because we were really like thinking it was gonna be us forever. Even when I like let him go, because I was like, you need to get some stuff together, because I can't do this and you ain't on the par. I honestly did that thinking, I'm gonna let him get himself together, then when he gets together, he could come back. However, and I put it in the chat, there's 2 things that you can't come back with, especially because we have been together for 8 years. You can't come back with no incurable disease, and you cannot come back with a baby. He tried to come back with a baby, and I said, no. Like, I was gonna let, but you ain't coming. So that was the only thing. So I'm actually glad I did get it tied, because he's older than me and he's starting over again. I was like, nah. But I mean, like I said, old dude, he did ask me, and I told him, I said, nah, my tubes is tied. But I'm 38. Like, and I'm also thinking at this time, at this age, if you don't have kids by now, it's like I mean, even if I get married by 40, or 50, like, come on.
Alexis, is the man you're now, is he comfortable with not having any more kids? Is he cool with that decision? Or like you said, does he want them? I think he said, you did mention that he said he would want to have kids with you. So what would you do in a scenario like that?
No, he made the comment like he would want to, because he was just like joking like, oh, we would have had some cute babies. But I told him I was, and again after this conversation, I followed back up with, hey, if you want to, I'm not mad at you. Like I would, you know what I'm saying? But no, he said it, and then that's when I said it again, like, oh, well, my tubes decide. But he was like, oh, well, kids is not a deal breaker with me. That's what he said.
Okay, so he's comfortable with your
yeah.
decision.
I mean,
this is why I said
he
I
texted me before I got on.
friends like I tried my too because we got 6 goddamn kids together. I'm now another. But my thing is, I feel like you don't know where God will take you in life. So it's like that has to be a decision when you have like so many kids and like you don't need another kid. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 kids, 3 kids at the max.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. It's like you don't know where God will take you. I don't care. I can't even put a max on it because you don't know where God will take you. And you may want to have a child with your, so-called husband or person that you're in love with. I don't think everybody's married for everybody, but your partner.
Yeah.
You don't ever want to be limited to say, oh, I can't have any more kids because this is not your fucking end all be all. And like we said, there are red flags. There are flags that show you this is not my end all be all nigga. This is not my motherfucking nigga for the rest of my life. He married me. He's not ring on my finger. Like, I ring on my finger. And
yeah, but can I say this real quick? Can I say this real quick? I'm a believer in God, and so in the Holy Bible, God, just put that out there. Shout out to Yeshua. I honestly, and I've had a good relationship with him to where I feel like he showed me things when I was young, and a lot of those things has came to fruition. He showed me 2 kids. He showed me a girl. He actually showed me a boy and a girl, but you know how God play. And I had the girl and I had the boy and the girl, but then I had the girl and the boy. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I saw those things. He showed it to me, and I did have 2 kids. And I feel comfortable in my decision. I don't feel no regret in that, or not at all. And also, like I said, I was actually planning to be with this man forever. Like the fact that I even let him go and say, hey, you go out there, get yourself together, come back. I wasn't talking to nobody. Even look, the old that I told you that I was talking to, the retiree guy, he caught me when me and my dude had just split up. And I told him then, I was like, yo, me and my dude, you know what I'm saying? I was upfront with him. I said, look, I don't want to drag you along because I know if this man turn around today, I would be right back with him. You know what I'm saying? And look, straight up, he said deuces. Exactly what he did. He said deuces. And then like a year afterwards, he was like, we connected again. But yeah, so look, man, I'm feeling okay in my decision. I feel well in that choice, especially with medicine and medical and stuff like that. If God wanted, he gonna make it happen. But I feel confident in my 2.
Okay,
especially so.
At this point in the show, first off, I want to thank both of you all for clicking the link, man. Y'all know y'all always welcome here at the SPS, man. I appreciate both y'all for coming in. But I do want to put a button and a bow on this part of the show. Let me say it again. This part of the show, I need all of my ladies that were here and my panelists and everybody. We definitely going to do a part 2. I'll definitely communicate with y'all, let y'all know we're going to do it. We also have another part 2 of another show that's coming. But again, I'm going to definitely keep y'all looped in because we only got to 3, maybe 4 questions a day. Like we got 3 questions. So again, it's a dope show. I had like 16 of them things. So, I appreciate y'all. But this is our wrap-up part of the show. So at this time, we'll go down the list and we'll start with Renee and we'll end with Scan Likely. Now, I want you all to kind of give your final thoughts on, the conversation, what you've learned, what you want to leave our audience with. Just anything to before we part this evening. So Renee, what you got for us? Give us your wrap up.
What I've learned, I've learned different. Well, I learned different, like just backgrounds of every single mother, what they experience. I do feel like what I got from it is just learn from the men.
Yeah.
what they really thinking, what they're looking for. Because I'm not a man, I don't know.
Right.
So just put myself out of the equation and allow you to have that soapbox. And the way you get to communicate with you all, you get to communicate with us, so we can learn better and grow together.
Like it. Like it.
Bars.
That's a bar. Yeah, you know what? That's what I say. That's a bar. I like that, Renee. I appreciate you. And again, I would love to have you back when we do part 2 of this. Mona, what you got for us? Give us your wrap up.
For the single Black mothers who want marriage,
Mm-hmm.
just want to say that the path isn't about lowering your standards, but it's about self-healing, balance of accountability, and redefining partnership,
Mm-hmm.
and what that looked like for you. So I will leave it as that.
I like it. I appreciate you, Mona. You know the count. Avian, what you got for us? And husband. Don't let me forget that, because if you got some
I
words,
I
we
would
know
like
that
to
too.
say that the women on this panel are great women, and I look to see their level, the next a level that they go to, the next thing they go to, because I feel like they're very um aware of
Mm-hmm.
what's going on out here and very appreciative of somebody that can be intentional. And so for myself, I appreciate the transparency, the opportunity to speak and be heard. I just appreciate everyone hearing the different perspectives. So I'm glad that Mona invited me here because I feel like this was a safe space, and thank you.
Love. We appreciate
And
you.
it's all love. Yeah, absolutely. So have a great night and be productive in your next phase of life, whatever you do. And I hope I can come back sometime. Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, no, we're gonna have a part 2 to this show. Then I'm gonna have a part 3 with you and your husband to
Uh,
kind of get into the nuances. So y'all just put that in your calendar. We're gonna
mm,
pencil that in for now. We're gonna definitely touch base. But I
as
appreciate
in
both of
Martin,
y'all.
when he became the love doctor turned on himself. That's what I keep trying to say is when that episode of the love doctor it manifested backwards. But okay,
I
thank
love
you.
it.
I love
Absolutely.
y'all. Thank you for having me, and
Love
I
y'all
appreciate
too.
your space. Thank you.
For sure. Lady J, what you got for us? You still with us?
Yes, I'm still here.
What you
I just
got?
want to
When Martin
say
was the love doctor.
this was my first podcast, so thank you for having me up here. Um, it was cool listening to everybody's different perspective on the questions and everything you asked like that. So just seeing how people think differently and stuff like that, getting their insights on stuff and everything and stuff like that, and letting you maybe like for me kind of think about some things for myself in the future, like okay, I you know what should I do, or just trying to say more stuff going, which is good stuff going forward and everything stuff like that. So it was good listening to everything tonight, and like I said, thank you for having me up here.
Absolutely. You definitely welcome back for part 2. You know the count.
Yeah.
Kiki, what's up with you? You still there? Calling Kiki, going once, going twice, 3 times. It's cool. I'll get back to you, Kiki. Let's go, Alexis from Texas. I know you're here for a short time, but give us a little wrap up from what you heard from the clouds and kind of put a button on this thing. Then we'll go to Scam Likely.
It was good. Look, y'all was keeping me while I was over here doing the you know what I'm saying? It was very refreshing to see the faces and hear the stories. And I think there was a lot of stuff put out there to where every single woman with children or baby mother, whatever people want to put on it, is different, and we're all not of that same monolith that they want to make it seem like. um so that was very refreshing to hear and see the ladies of different backgrounds and their experiences and everything, and even get to hear the parts of where we all do seem to come together. That was very good to hear. So I'm glad I got to get up here and give my little 2 cents, because it was just a little 2 cents. Like, that's it. I mean, me having 2 children, being a single mom isn't my whole story. It doesn't identify who Alexis is itself. So very good to listen to y'all. I'm glad I could be a part. as always, you know, I try to come through when I can because I like y'all.
You know the count. You know the count. You know
Exactly. But definitely, look, I'll let you know how it go. Like we said.
all we appreciate you. Skin, what you got?
Nothing major. Just good show. And good to see, is it Avion and husband?
Yep.
Good to see y'all talking about actually working together versus fighting and competing. And I got this. What you got? I got some of this. What you got? No, work together. I got this. Okay, some of it's yours. What you got? Okay, that's some of mine. Let's make things work. That's a great thing to put out in a conversation. It's lacking.
Thank you.
Yeah. Other than that, good to hear realistic side of a conversation. But I guess I don't know who's all been in this YouTube dust and conversation for 5 years, or if
new, bro.
If everybody's new. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they all knew, bro. That's why I love.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I would say this. I am the CEO of the Third Baby Mama Club. I'm the third baby mama on every side. This third baby mama, my other baby daddy, I'm third baby mama. So I can see it from every angle. And I appreciate your respect, and I thank you for respect, because we work hard to stay together. And we only want to pump positive shit to other people, and working it out, staying together, trying to make it work. And if it can't work, being happy as separate. That's all I'm saying.
So not beating each other up and complaining afterwards and blaming everybody and the dog and the goldfish about what happened.
No, it didn't work. It didn't work. We made it work. But if you want to make it work, as my friends have told me, my single friends have told me, if you have two willing parties, you can work it out. So that's all I want to say. I respect all y'all and all y'all opinions. Miss Red, Alexis from Texas, and I love this platform, and I think it's definitely needed in our society.
Thank you.
In our culture.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Make sure all of the ladies that's been up here, y'all haven't, go to our channel, the SPS on YouTube. Hit the little bell so y'all don't miss any more shows. Like I said, man, that's the point of why we do what we do. I'm last, certainly not least. This has been a great show. To all my ladies, like I said, I appreciate you all's transparency. And,
Easy to see, but you hard to find. Cut from the cloth, her contour line, her contour lines, up a silhouette behind the door lies. You see the sunset, Steph Curry have.